Online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 HCIS survey.
There's that little dolly. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis in the mountains of Macon. In the background, he said it's some sort of Tibetan temple. It's an incredible story in the Pacific Ocean. And the mechanical Mangler, it's Flounder. It's Tuesday, and holy smokes. Here we go. Yeah, we got stuff. We got things. We got stuff to talk about. We got issues. We got to talk about electric cars for crying out loud. Everything's happening. Pete Davis is holding up a ticket of some kind. Did you win the lottery? Did you win the lottery?
I'm afraid to tell you that this is probably my last show because I'm going to win the lottery once I go through these tickets.
Well, I went through. No, this is Tuesday. What was last night was Powerball, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I checked I didn't win squat. I have a couple of Mega Million tickets for tonight, however. So I may not be showing up at our remote tomorrow. Just warning you now. So
you'll show up, buddy.
Oh, I'll be there.
6 minutes away, and you're going to buy all of us oysters.
Boy,
even I will not eat them.
Boy, am I going to show up. Here's $1 million for you, $1 million for you. I mean, it's like, what, $600 million or something. I mean, what the hell? I mean,
you
seriously.
You buy the Shuck and Shack.
I know. Unbelievable.
They won't sell it because they're too good of a time running.
That'd be silly. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Man, we got a lot of weird stuff to talk about, a lot of newsy stuff, weird things. Once again, Donald Trump went live with the president or premier. I don't know what they call it, president, premier, or whatever, of Lebanon. Lebanon, I guess. And took questions from the press, reamed out an ABC girl reporter in front of everybody. I don't know. Your station's terrible. I don't listen to you. I mean, it's just hysterical. And a little political stuff. And the hood rat of Texas who lost her Senate bid is looking for more publicity, so she's earned herself some again. Also, a lot of things going on about the world and culture and politics, and we got the whole deal with Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. And let's see. I got so many things to start with here. I don't even know where to start. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I think someone's tagged me for the second time now in a couple of days. In fact, in 2 days, I think it was. I get to the elevator after work, and the door opens, and there's a cop with a dog. And so I jump back, just on general principle.
Why is that, Kimmer?
There's no reason at all. I just, I want to give room for the gentleman, for, the gendarmes doing their duty. I didn't want to, in any way, try to block, the police dog for whatever he might be doing. I don't know. It's not like, there's no, anyway, just wanted to be clear. And then there's, I don't know how they do this. I'm driving down, I go at like Powers Ferry and go on to Terrell Mill, and all of a sudden I turn around and there's a freaking cop car about 9 inches from my bumper. Driving along, I'm doing the speed limit. I was not speeding, and it came out of freaking nowhere. I don't know how they do that. I mean, all of a sudden, there's a cop. I said, no, whoa. So then I start getting all freaked out. I say, he's going to pull me over. But I didn't do anything. So I'm thinking to myself, what do I do? There's nothing here. There's nothing to see. Everything's fine. There's nobody in the trunk. I untied the girl. Man, everything's, I did nothing to catch me for. But still follow me all the way down for miles and miles and start freaking out because I don't know. I was almost tempted to just pull over. It's wait for him to hit the lights or something. So that was no big deal. So finally, he disappeared off in the sunset. Well, and then I get in closer to town, and all of a sudden I'm going down West Side Parkway, and I look up, and there's another cop in my rearview mirror again. I mean, how the hell do they do that? There was nobody there. There was nobody in that lane or anywhere near me, and all of a sudden I look up, and the second time in like 5 miles, there's a cop in my rearview mirror, and I don't know how they do that. Anyway, so I didn't do anything, and they didn't do it, and so everything's fine. But it's just, I don't know. I get so freaked out, and I don't. Sorry. And one last thing. In fact, I was pretty good about this too. I think when I put in my Waze frequently, but even though I don't really use it because I know my route, and unless I only have Waze on as I'm going home or coming to work in case there's a major accident. They'll warn me about stuff like that. And last night going home, in fact, Waze said, "Oh, hidden police officer in 0.1 miles. So, and that's the other thing. They tell you where there are cops. Now, I did not confirm whether he was there or not. So I didn't try to interfere with the police doing his job. But again, that's the only reason, why I keep this stuff in here. But anyway, I've had some rather bizarre experiences with our local gendarmes, who are probably the finest in America, by the way. Especially those who patrol near the Battery. Those, the Cobb County Police and Roswell and Alpharetta Police, probably the finest damn police, units in America, probably. Anyway, Kimmer, I'm the Kimmer, Kim Peterson. Kimmer, Pete and Flounder here on, shut up, 106.3. Shut up. And we'd love for you to call us for that fun. I got to stop this day drinking. No, I'm not. I don't know. I got to start learning how to drink. I'm just not a drinker. All right, we got some really great stories to start the show off with, and other than politics or stuff. What's that there? What do you got there, Flounder?
Nothing. I just sat down.
Oh, okay.
Just getting situated.
It looked like, you got your cuffs rolled up, ready to go, and I'm thinking, all right, what you got? What's going on? Anyway.
Can we start the show again?
Let's start. I know. It's just
I thought
really
it started
bizarre.
9 minutes ago.
No, it's very bizarre. Oh, my God, has it been that long already? Actually, I got two weird stories to start off, and then we'll get into politics and stuff like that. In fact, this Van Jones guy is making the rounds everywhere. Everybody's talking about this guy, Van Jones, and the Democrat Party and the socialism, stuff like that. We'll get to it shortly. But first, if you haven't seen the video, it's outstanding. At first, I was afraid it was this AI phony reels crap I get on my phone all the time. In Connecticut, the Izera family, or Tazera family, I guess it is, the Tazera family, a 6-year-old son named Colton playing in front of their home, and all of a sudden, a bear shows up. The family security camera, you can see the video, shows the black bear charging up on the tiny little 6-year-old.
What bear?
The black bear. No, there's not the bear who happened to be non-white, charging up on the little boy who has no choice but to stand his ground and brace himself. And then out of nowhere, the family dog, a husky mix named Bella, bravely runs up on the beast. The family heard the dog barking before the dad saw the attempted attack. The dad said it was a vicious bark, not like she barks or yips or house stuff. This was a vicious, different kind of bark. Bella cut off the bear as they were about to make contact with a little boy right there in his freaking yard. The dog nipped at the bear's tail, pulled it away, continued chasing the bear out of the front yard. She bit the bear's ass. The bear ended up crashing into the guy's boat. He said it scurried under the boat for a minute and then ran through the back between the house and back into the woods. And the whole freaking community, this is in Connecticut, is celebrating this dog as a hero. And no kidding. And if you see the video, it's holy moly. Woo. What's that? What do you got there, some Flounder?
Yeah, Pete Hegseth has started his...
the testimony before. There's a Senate committee, and Pete Hegseth and Raisin Kane, the general, are testifying about the money they want to continue the war in Iran.
And there's a protester in there right now protesting.
Let's go live for a second, because we'll cut away.
That individuals feel very passionately, but we must have order in the hearing room so that we can
that sounds like college for me.
That is.
We honestly don't know.
They're just getting started. So I'm going to pot it down.
We'll come back later.
Also, we have a winner from our $250 check here, Caroline Parker. She was just staring at you. She's a huge Kimmer fan.
Where is she?
So she's going to come say hello in a minute.
Oh my God, I didn't see her come in.
Well, you sit tight. Let me see if I can find her. Real quick.
Excellent. Yeah. Don't let her go. Is that her? Oh, come here. Come in here. Come in here. I got her in the window. I know she's right there. She's coming in. She's coming in. Get the door for her though, because she won't know what door to come in. Everything's fine. Everything's good. We'll be a little late to the break, but here you go. Yeah, come on in. There you go. And we'll do just a quick say howdy, and then we'll get a couple of pictures. Hey, guys, how you doing? Is this our winner?
He's our winner's right here.
You brought your father with you. I'll be darned. I'll say it. I had you to say it. I couldn't go on. Well, come over here and give me a hug, will you, or something, God.
Yes.
Now, what's your name? You can just give your first name if you want.
Carolyn.
Hi, Carolyn. How are you, sweetie?
How are you?
Oh, it's good to see you. And you're one of our winners?
All right, Pete, how about we take it to break here?
Let's just go to the commercial.
No, wait. But all right, and now tell the little people, you're from where? Where do you live?
Oh,
Jasper, Georgia.
Jasper, Georgia. Outstanding. And she won the $250. In fact, here's a check right here, and there's your idea. Outstanding. There's your money.
Thank you so much.
Outstanding. And who's your friend here?
This is Rick.
Hi, Rick. How you doing, man? I'll tell you what. We got to go to a break. We'll get a couple of pictures, and then well, congratulations. I'm very happy for you. All right, sweetie, stand. All right, hold on. Everything's fine. Timber P. Flounder and Carolyn, and we got Rick, and there you go. 1063. All right, look out. Here we go.
Fighting the communists with truth every day on the only conservative news and talk station in Atlanta. Extra 1063 FM and the Extra app.
Hot, steamy, and still growing season, and new builders and contractors putting in landscaping. Stovall and Company, your third-generation wholesale landscaping supply company. Paul and the boys, Trip and Devin. You know, they have 11 locations, latest one in Canton, and if you need on-site job delivery, not a problem. They do this for a living, you know, and they're probably already on the way. They personalized service, and in fact, here's how much you can trust these guys to do the right thing. If you need something really special for that landscaping thing and nobody else has it, and Stovall doesn't have it, but they know where to get it, they'll tell you. But they got trees and flowers and shrubs and plants and irrigation things and all that stuff. StovallInc.com.
The summer's got you thinking about hitting the road, and with back to school right around the corner, you need a vehicle built for the road and safe enough for the family. And Subaru of Gwinnett has it for you. Like the 2026 Subaru Outback, which will take you as far as you want to explore with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive plus up to 32 miles per gallon. And if you're up for adventure, it'll get you off the beaten path with up to 9.5 inches of ground clearance, more than the Honda CR-V or Toyota RAV4, or the 2026 Subaru Forester, the SUV for all you love. It's the right size SUV for all the adventures ahead, with a spacious and comfortable interior for everyone you want to bring along. And no matter where adventure takes you, it starts on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth with the amazing staff at Subaru of Gwinnett. They'll help you find the Subaru that you'll love and be there every step of the way for everything you need. Start your shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Gentlemen, listen up. When it's not hard, it's really hard. Did you know that 50% of men over 50 have some form of ED? It's true, and I'm one of them. ED followed me everywhere. Heck, even my initials are ED. I'm Dr. Eric Deal from Total Body Therapy of Georgia, and I know ED. It can lead to feelings of embarrassment, stress, and sadness. But there's good news. I can fix it. I fixed mine, and I can fix yours too. At Total Body Therapy of Georgia, we are experts in the P-shot, testosterone replacement, regenerative therapy, Trimix to create an erection, and more. Guys, ED won't get better on its own, but I can help you today. Call us at 404-777-1911. That's 404-777-1911, or learn about us more online at tbtofga.com. So take it from me, ED, Dr. Eric Deal at Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Call 404-777-1911 or online at tbtofga.com.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military, and the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education, way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org, helping warriors navigate to success after service.
Hey, I'm Tom.
And I'm Jerry.
And we are
Tom and Jerry's Roofing.
Yes, that's our real names.
And together, we have 70 years in the roofing industry. But taking care of you and your home is our priority and our passion.
But our other passion is taking care of veterans, and that's why every roof we do gives back to the vets.
That's right, Tom. First, we take care of your roof, and then we take care of the brave men and women who protect us.
So if you have roofing issues, from repairs to replacement, call Tom and Jerry's Roofing and help us give back to America's heroes.
Find us at tomandjerrysroofing.com.
That's tomandjerrysroofing.com.
All right, I'll say what you're thinking. Christmas in July? Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but neither does this. Because this isn't a clearance rack. It's our Solomon Brothers collection. Diamond essentials, tennis bracelets, earrings, everyday pieces done the right way. And for a limited time, all of it 31% off. So So don't analyze it. Don't wait. Just come in. Solomon Brothers Christmas in July sale. 31% off everything.
Here we go, Tony Bennett. We're doing all day Tony Bennett because the man, unfortunately, passed away. This would have been his birthday. Would have been 97. He passed away just a few days before he would have been 97 in 2023. Tony Bennett, born Anthony Dominic Benedetto in Queens, New York. His signature song, I Left My Heart in San Francisco, one of the most beloved songs in American music history, sold 50 million records worldwide. And Tony Bennett won 20 Grammys, including a Lifetime Achievement Award. And Pete Davis.
Do you hear that?
What's that?
Do you hear that? That weird heterodyning in the headphones. It's just somebody's mumbling and
Very
scratching and coughing in the background.
This man is a music legend, Tony Bennett.
That?
It's Tony Bennett singing. My God, man! This could be doing this every freaking break.
In the history.
Well, now see, that's
music.
Not true. That's not possibly true.
The man couldn't sing.
Oh my God! You can't hear
He
this.
just talk like this. Hey, welcome to Ramada here in the Blue Room.
Oh my!
The Des Moines Ramada Inn. Be here all night. Hey.
How about every singer in the 80s and 90s? How about that? Just scream yelled and
They were all
stuff.
drunk.
Oh my God!
Sinatra could sing.
Sinatra could
sing.
sing.
I just don't get it.
All right.
He had one note. One note.
Tony Bennett, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to hear this all day.
Only eight more
O'Connor, that was a singer.
And now, your quick birthday list here. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how you doing? And by the way, was that Carolyn came in?
Yes, it was Carolyn.
Carolyn
And her husband.
And I'll tell you what, it was so sweet. They won the $250, and again, it was probably not. He probably sounded like an idiot as I'm trying to talk to him, but I, honestly, and I was telling Flounder, I am so flattered when someone. I mean, she was just sweet, just nice, and they were just a nice couple, just regular Americans who, won some money and are happy about it. They came in and she was just so sweet and so nice, and I'm so flattered that she was so sweet and so nice. You both, it was just really, really fun. So anyway, so congratulations, and that was a treat. I got a quick birthday thing here, Pete and Flounder. Josh Hartnett is 48 years old. He was Ethan on Penny Dreadful.
Yeah.
I've heard. I don't know what that was. Was that a series or?
It was a series. Timothy Dalton was in it. Ava Green was in it. A few other people. It was a horror type Dracula type Wolfman type thing. It's set in London back in the day, and it was pretty well done.
I think I tried to watch it, and I'm not sure whether it was because I couldn't understand the accents or something, or it was weird. I couldn't quite get into it.
It was weird, but it was a good weird.
Josh Hartnett is 48. He was also the butcher in Trap. Don't know what that is. And Anne Hathaway's husband in the psychological upcoming thriller called Verity. And he was also, now see, they didn't, I got my list here. He was also in, he was a teen idol. Josh Hartnett, 48. He was also in Black Hawk Down, Virgin Suicides, and Pearl Harbor, which they did not include in this list here. So I got Josh Hartnett there, which got all covered. And now, speaking of music and speaking of singers, how about this? Can you believe this? In 1987, Guns N' Roses released their debut album, Appetite for Destruction. It featured Welcome to the Jungle, Paradise City, and Sweet Child O' Mine. And believe it or not, speaking of, beautiful melodic harmony boys, kind of like Barbershop, the Guns N' Roses, I would say. Like we were talking, Tony Bennett, had a style. Guns N' Roses, do you believe this? 1987. Their debut album, Appetite for Destruction, is the best-selling debut album ever. Guns N' Roses had the best-selling debut album of any band ever. I find that unbelievable.
Why? You just said Tony Bennett's a great singer, so
that's how much I know.
There's a lot of mediocrity lovers out there
about music. Oh, mercy. Anyway, well, there you go. That's why the world goes round, baby. All right, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, that's for sure. I like Barbershop. What do I know? I like choruses. I was in the Glee Club.
To show musical taste.
Yeah.
All right, the halftime show Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay,
I didn't
soccer.
see it. Yeah.
A lot of energy going on. Things are rocking. You may have not liked Madonna or not liked Shakira and all that, but whatever. There's a lot of energy.
Yeah, energy.
And then Justin Bieber comes out with an acoustic guitar and brings the energy down to zero.
Acoustic guitar for the halftime show?
He wandered around the field with acoustic guitar doing a very slow, sad ballad.
Oh, my.
After everybody was out there dancing, K-pop and all that stuff going on. And there's 7 of us watching. And just me and one other person said, that was not appropriate.
Yeah.
It should have been high energy the whole time and have a good time. We didn't need a ballad in the middle of that, but everybody else loved it. It just shows that,
Yeah, well, see, what do I know? And by the way, speaking of that, there's a Flounder found this cut of the Hood Rat from Texas. We're not going to play it now in a few minutes. Concerning the soccer game and how it is racist if you cheered for Argentina. So we'll get to that in a second. First of all, we're going to talk to or hear from Van Jones here. Man, he's really making everybody's talking about this Van Jones thing, and for good reason, because of what's happened to the Democrat Party that used to be an actual Democrat Party. Okay, first of all, I love this story, and it's on X all over the place. Millions of views. Baseball game at Wrigley Field, the Cubs and the Twins. And the video shows an elderly man leaning down during the national anthem by the Jersey Girls at Wrigley Field. The man, there's a young guy sitting down in his seat. The old guy behind him leans down, whispers something in the seated guy's ear, and then smacks him in the back of the head. The younger guy then stands up as onlookers catch the sight of what was going on. The older guy says, thank you so much, young man," after the guy finally got up. Millions of views sparking debate, defending the older man's actions, saying, the kid was being disrespectful to our country on the national anthem. And, so the old guy, gave him a little whappity whap there in the back of the head. And apparently nobody standing around had a problem at all with this little love tap, reminding the dude, this is America. Show a little respect for the freaking country during the national anthem. He was the only one sitting down. So the old guy, talked to him and then whacked him in the back of the head. On the other hand, people are countering. It's his right to sit. That's what this country's about, freedom. He's still a blankety blank, but this ain't no dictatorship. Another said he should not have slapped the kid unless the kid was his grandson or nephew or something. Pops was administering a respect lesson. Keep your hands to yourself. Small acts lead to bigger ones. The debate is raging online. He could have been charged with battery, theoretically. By definition, theoretically, nothing. You hit somebody, it's battery. And anyway, Pete Davis, what would you, if this had been you? I doubt very much you would smack some kid in the back of the head for not standing up. Would you have even said anything to him? Well, have you had this happen? What's that?
We keep saying kid. How old was he?
I don't know. To me, he looked like a teenager, but he's probably 20-something. I mean, he was not 50. He was, a young man.
Well, I wouldn't have hit him. No, I wouldn't have hit him. Probably wouldn't have said anything, but I would have probably just looked at him and said, well, there's a POS.
Yeah. Flounder, what about you? Have you ever had a situation like that? Something like that came up?
No, I haven't. I've not been in that situation before.
Yeah. I've yelled at people for not taking off their hats and not, respecting. I've done that in crowds before, but I've never had the opportunity to hit anybody. I'm not sure I would have hit. I don't think I would have hit the kid. I definitely would have said. I think I probably would have said something.
When I was a kid, I did it by my dad would always remind me and my brother take the hat.
Oh yeah, everybody did. Back when people loved this country.
Yeah.
Seriously, this wouldn't even have been a thing. I don't know. In fact, we'll talk about what the hell's going on with us. But first,
you have to wonder if the kid was looking for it.
Well,
he's at a baseball game.
He obviously knows.
He's the only one sitting down.
He's sitting down. Everybody, come on.
So it's almost like
the national anthem at a baseball game. My God,
looking for the attention.
Yeah,
or was he looking to be in a viral video?
Well, again, what a state of affairs. Even now this is a thing, and now millions of people on social media, and so now, it's just, oh man, it was so much. It used to be so simple. Just live your life, go to the games, stand up, have a thing, watch a freaking ball game, get a hot dog, and go home and watch TV.
Wouldn't
geez.
it be funny if a town passed a law in that town that if you did not stand up for that shit, then someone could clock you.
You can hit you. It means like
everybody would be looking around for somebody.
Yeah, it's like when Kennesaw you had to have a gun.
Well, I mean,
I would smack him in the back.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you wear a Braves T-shirt or jersey to an away game?
Yeah.
Depending on the city.
Well, I probably would not.
I did it in Yankee Stadium. I did it in Fenway.
Yeah. But again, it wasn't as polarizing it is now. I mean, you've seen there's that one guy who went to an L.A. game and he almost got beat to death.
Well, yeah, that's a different story now.
That's L.A.
Yeah.
That's L.A.
Yeah.
They're in Chavez Ravine, the beautiful Bill Plaschke Chavez Ravine, which you can get knifed and killed in the parking lot.
Yeah. Well, I don't wear any team. I don't wear teams jerseys or teams hats, or I wear in Marine Corps is all I wear. Although I have a Braves jersey. Remember from when I did the motorcycle ride around
You should wear that one day. It says Kimmer on the back.
Yeah, it does.
Speaking of which, what's the dress code for tomorrow?
You're looking at it. Jeans and a Marine Corps.
I would say standard attire, Pete. You're fine.
I'm wearing jeans and a Marine Corps golf shirt. And that's what I wear every day.
We have a nice golf shirt, don't we? At the station, I think I got one in the closet, right?
We have a couple of different. We have a hoodie. We have a hoodie. We have two different hoodies.
I think you have an extra T-shirt.
Yeah. Anyway,
are we inside or outside tomorrow?
I don't know. Is it inside?
We'll be inside.
Is that? Does it have a little patio, or is that somewhere?
I'm waiting on our sales guy to give us all that info. So as soon as he gives me the info, I'll send him a reminder.
And again, it will be. It's called Shuckin' Shack. And it's on. I think it's 9 Main Street, South Main Street. So it's right there in downtown Alpharetta, right there in this line of nice little shops and patio places outdoors, right across from the little green space there where the families gather on the weekends. And we'll be there tomorrow doing the show tomorrow. So that'll be kind of fun. All right, now let's do it before we get. We got to do this. We'll play one, and then we'll play the second one coming up. Van Jones, man, is he getting a lot of publicity, and he should. And I'm glad to see it. Although I almost hate to see it because I don't want the Democrat Party to realize that they're killing themselves. I want them to go ahead and kill themselves politically. But Van Jones was doing a podcast with some girl, and they were talking about how he's been getting all kinds of reaction from people on both parties, for that matter, because the Democrats are out of control. Here, cut number one. Van Jones saying the Democrats are nuts. Number one.
I am tired of a set of people on the very far left in the Democratic Party. Ideas that are literally insane, nutty, moronic, dangerous, bigoted, are not progressive. They're regressive, and they should not be in our party.
That's Van Jones. Yeah, they're regressive. In fact, let's play cut number 2, Flounder. There will be a minute late to the break, but it's worth hearing. Van Jones talking about these progressive Democratic commie socialists and how they're ruining everything, and they're not really a part of the party. Number 2, if you would, sir.
I've been waiting my whole life to see a youth movement do what it's doing, but it's being hijacked by people who are putting in nutty ideas supporting terrorists, nutty ideas saying that we don't need cops in prison. We can't deport anybody even if they rape somebody. Who said this? Chevalier. If we can't say right from wrong, if we can't say good from bad, if we can't separate progressive ideas from regressive ideas, I am a progressive Democrat. You want to talk about prison reform? I've done it as well as anybody, Republican Democrats in the South with Trump. I've done prison reform. I never said have no prisons. Where are you going to put the Klan? I've done police reform. I never said no police. Where are you going to put the pedophiles? Who's going to grab the pedophiles? This stuff is going too far.
Van Jones. Duh.
He's woken up.
Yeah, it's unbelievable because he's definitely not a moderate.
He was a communist.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, hold on a minute. Kevin Payton Flounder, and it's your show too. Happy Tuesday.
That's some phone calls coming back.
Excellent, outstanding. All right, look out. Here we go.
Some things don't go out of style. Faith, family, and plain old common sense. And Extra 106.3 still believes in that. Listen live or stream us anywhere on the Extra 106.3 app.
This is Tom, the honest car guy, and we got a surprise call in from a customer of ours, Travis, out in Jefferson, Georgia. Travis, good to hear from you, buddy. You want to tell a little bit about the experience you had with me at the honest car guy?
The whole experience, honestly, was one of the smoothest car experiences that we've ever gone through, meaning that there's no pressure. There's no runaround. It's just straight up honest service. The price that you guys present or find for you, that's what you are going to pay. And you just get a great deal. I've been educated to a newer process of the car dealership championship game, you guys would not come in and you're setting the benchmark for how car dealing and car buying and car selling really should be.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Your yard. It stresses you out between the watering, the seeding, the weeding, and mowing. And no matter what you do, you're never satisfied. Have you thought about artificial turf? It's low maintenance, pet friendly, and looks amazing all year round. ATL Turf Co. is Atlanta's top choice for artificial grass installation. Let them build you a custom golf or putting green, outdoor kitchen, or pool deck. They even specialize in custom concrete and stonework. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at atlturfco.com. That's atlturfco.com.
I'm 8th generation watermelon farmer and NASCAR driver Ross Chastain. A smart melon will tell you that speeding should be left on the track. Even though my friends and I make race day exciting, speeding on our roads and highways is always dangerous. And just one mistake behind the wheel can come at a terrible cost. So leave the speed to a racing professional like me, because that's using your melon.
Sponsored by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
Hey, Atlanta, it's Mark from the Safe House, and now the thought of the day. There's only a few things that a safe from the Safe House can't protect you from. The biggest one is socialist Democrats trying to steal elections. Does that really happen? Yes, it does. So for real security, drop by the Safe House and let us show you how to protect your hard-earned valuables from theft and fire. We are the exclusive Browning and Fort Knox safe dealer in the area. That's right, we're the only ones. So don't go unprotected. Go to AtlantaSafeHouse.com. That's AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
The Morning Extra, every weekday on your drive to work.
All Americans want to do is see you love America. We can disagree on all kinds of things. Am I getting 100% of what I want? No. And you never will. It doesn't matter who's elected. You're never getting 100% of what you want. But if you can go up there and say, damn it, I love America, and I'm going to do my best for her, dude, that's all most Americans need.
Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station is Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra 106.3 app.
Here we go. Well, hey. Tony Bennett. Da-da-da. Yeah, Tony Bennett died 3 years ago. Few days short of his 97th birthday. And so we're playing little Tony Bennett songs here for you. His career
not a little bit. We're going to play it all day long.
Yeah, doggies. Career that never quit. Tony Bennett scored his first #1 hit in 1951 because of you.
It's okay to play the song, but to give us a little tidbit from that guy's life like anybody cares.
Yeah, he recorded hit albums with Lady Gaga in his 90s. I mean, that's serious stuff. God.
That would be my fault, Pete. I gave him a one-page.
Well, that's all I got. But now, phone calls take priority, luckily. And again, congratulations to Carolyn and Rick came in. She won $250 from our little contest a while ago. Sweet, sweet lady. Got a nice hug, and I'm so flattered that they were happy to come in and say howdy, and congratulations. All right,
we got Mark on the horn.
To the phones. Mark, you're on the radio, man. How's it going? What's up?
I don't know what you did, but it sounds like you got some heat on you with those cops you've seen all around.
I know. I didn't do anything. I mean, the other day, I couldn't believe it. Anyway, I'm very careful. What's that?
I think you might be in that flock camera system they got going.
You know,
get a rental car or duck into a parking garage and make a U-turn.
You know, it's very weird because I didn't do anything wrong, and because I don't speed around here. I mean, I really don't. I mean, if I'm going somewhere, if I can take a chance to kind of get off the line quickly, or if I need to goose it to get around, I'd like the torque in my car. It's a high horsepower car, but I don't speed around here because I don't want to get tickets. So
if you're a wanted man, you don't have anything to worry about. You already told people where you're going to be and what you're going to be wearing. So bring some bail money.
Yeah, it's all my fault. All right, hey, Mark, thanks. All right, man, have a great one.
Amy hung up, so if she calls back, I'll let you know.
Amy, please, if you feel like it, that'd be nice to have you aboard. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. And Cat Stevens' birthday. Cat Stevens is 78 years old today.
There's another one.
Yeah, Yusuf Joseph or Yosef Yusuf or whatever. Something or
he's
other.
a piece of
yeah,
shit.
he's a dirt bag. This day, 1923, John Dillinger, 20 years old, commits his first crime, a car theft in Indiana. He was never caught for it. He got rid of the car 17 miles away. Dillinger's crimes continued. He served 8.5 years for armed robbery. Dillon was released from prison in 1933 when a petition of almost 200 signatures was presented to the governor. Even his victim in the robbery signed the petition. Then Dillinger immediately began his famous crime spree using skills he learned in prison, robbing his first bank the next month in 1923. And that's how John Dillinger got his start. Kimmer Pete and Flounder, how's it going? 404-741-1230. We mentioned the business. Van Jones was, he nailed it on the line, and there's a lot of dissent going on in what used to be the normal Democrat Party. And if you don't think they're serious, how about this? You know, that Ethiopian-born woman named Malat Kiros from Colorado, she ousted. She's been a student for like 12 years. She worked in a law firm, and they fired her because she said, there was no, Israel doesn't deserve to exist. They said, well, you can't work here anymore. But she's never really held a job. She's a professional student. She's still trying to get a PhD for like last 8 years. And she's a member of the Democrat Socialists, the DSA, which is communism. And she eliminated a guy who had been in Congress in Colorado for 15 years. 15 terms, 30 years in Congress. And she won. This Ethiopian-born woman who's a PhD student who got kicked out of the only job she almost never had. And now she says we need more immigrants to come to the country and win office. There's a certain reckoning we're going to have to with a global world order as it exists today. Fundamentally, we have to shift going forward. Our recognition as Americans' responsibility required of us, the exploitative and extractive nature on the global scale, presented by people who understand that, we need more immigrants into office. We need more people who have heritage in the global South. The global South is Africa, Latin America, Asia, and Oceania. She's calling for an end to aid to Israel, abolishing immigration and customs enforcement, nice people, universal health care, open borders. She said Israel was asking for it in October 7th terror attacks, and America was asking for the 9/11 attacks. It was inevitable because of our foreign policies. That's your leading Democrat socialists who are out to change the country. And they're winning, and they're doing it. They're here.
Well, it's age. That's how the Irish and the Italian got power up in Boston and New York, because they got people elected. They voted in bloc. That's one thing. That's
but they wanted to be Americans.
Socialists. They wanted to be Americans, and they weren't socialists.
No,
they were capitalists.
In fact, why is it wrong? Americans love our immigration policy. We love people coming here. Hell, Donald Trump's wife is an immigrant, speaks 6 languages. But you have to want to be a part of the melting pot.
And they were hard workers, and they were working men.
Yeah.
They weren't layabout students who have done nothing in their life. Nothing. She has done nothing in her life to deserve to have this position.
Right.
You're supposed to do something with your life, then go do your public service, and then go back to. It's not supposed to be a retirement home, and it's not supposed to be a place where you get a job and hang around there for the next 40 years.
Yeah. The fact of the matter is she has nothing to offer in her experience other than her hate for America. Right. She got elected because she hates what America stands for right now, and the people in Colorado agreed with her. Remember, Colorado's the state that took Donald Trump off the ballot. They said he caused an insurrection, therefore he doesn't deserve to be on the presidential ballot. And the Supreme Court 9-0 said, no, you can't do that. Even the liberals on the Supreme Court said, no, that's not right. It's unbelievable. And they're getting, and she just won she's going to be the congressman. She won that seat. She'll win the general election and ousted a 30-year-long. Anyway, it's astounding. And you don't think it's a real thing. You may have heard this earlier today, and we'll play it one more time. Cut number 4 here, Flounder, coming up. The motor vehicle people in New Jersey apparently didn't fix a software glitch in 2023, and it allowed almost 7,000 non-citizens to register to vote. The fraud, Governor Mikey Sherrill, even admitted it today, cut number 4, Flounder, that somebody screwed up, but it wasn't her.
Pride rally disguised as a...
Hold on, that's not it.
There we go. It's cut number 4. I'm sorry. It's now we changed it. Didn't we change it? Hold on.
No, cut number 4, right?
Yeah, cut number 4. The governor
in
New
June
Jersey.
of 2023, nearly 3 years before I became governor, a serious software error in New Jersey's motor vehicle system led to the improper voter registration of what we believe to be roughly 6,600 people in our state. When New Jerseyans applied for a driver's license or identification at the MVC, they were asked if they wanted to register to vote. In the case of this error, some individuals indicated that they weren't citizens and weren't eligible to vote, but the software registered them anyway.
Yeah. Well, that software vendor's being phased out of use in New Jersey. Phased out. Not eliminated. We'll phase them out. Anyway, and again, I hope they get to the bottom. I guess we haven't done the official analysis of all those votes in Georgia, those 300,000. They're still investigating them. If they took truckloads of stuff out of the Fulton County office.
They're waiting until Trump's out of office and they get back in power, and then they can shove it under the rug and forget about it.
Then bury it again. I mean, it's really. I don't know if we'll ever actually know the depth of the swamp of the other government that is in control. I mean, honestly,
stealing our money.
I mean, I don't know. We'll ever find out. The Senate Appropriations Committee. Oh, this is Murkowski.
Actually, we had some audio we're going to play in a little bit of Jasmine Cross. There's some kind of hearing today.
Yeah.
And listen to what she just said right here real quick.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Welcome to the Republicans' White Pride rally disguised as a congressional hearing.
What? White Pride?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Welcome to the Republicans' White Pride rally disguised as a congressional hearing.
White Pride rally disguised as, you skanky little snot. I mean, seriously, she's a freaking insurrectionist, a traitor to her country.
Attention because she's about to leave office because her seat got removed.
She lost. She thought she was going to be the next senator in Texas. She not only not senator, she got lost her congressional seat.
Yeah, because of the redistricting.
Yeah, because she can't base it on girl race anymore.
It's funny. Samuel Jackson comes out and says it's racist to be for Argentina. She comes out the next day or two and says the same thing. It's like, oh gosh, we found our latest little race card we can wave around, even though it's made up. We'll just do it.
Yeah.
And by the way, Samuel Jackson is a great actor, but he is not the smartest cookie in the jar.
No, I don't think that's true.
I got in a Twitter fight with him like 15 years ago about the N-word being used in Tarantino movies, and all I said was, I think he uses it too much.
Yeah.
And the most foul-mouthed, absolute tirade. He just went berserk.
Yeah, well, keeping in character. I mean, he seems like a hack job to me. And by the way, in a minute, you'll hear the Jasmine the Hood Rat talking about the soccer business. And also, in fact, Pete Davis, I'm going to mention this because I think it's a really cool story about the famous meme of the hot women's basketball player and the WNBA.
Sophie Cunningham.
Yeah, coming up here in a second, too. And don't forget Holy Crap at Sports, the whole shebang of sports. And more good Braves. I saw one of the spectacular highlights of the Braves game last night myself, so that was good. Anyway, it's all coming up in a second here. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder on 106.3. How's it going? Beautiful day. A little steamy. All right.
Need more than just headlines on your ride to work? It's the Morning Extra, live from 6 to 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, only on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
Hey, it's Drake Baldwin. Everyone knows my winning team on the field, but when there's no hot water, I need a win at my home base. When it comes to plumbing, my winning team is Superior. Superior Plumbing is there whenever I need a leak repaired, toilet replaced, or a water heater installed. For over 40 years, they've been Atlanta's go-to plumbers. And Superior is still locally owned. For Superior, there's no job too small.
For Superior, the honest one, call 770-422-PLUM.
It's Toyota's Big One sales event at
Marietta Toyota now through August 3rd. And if you commute every day, the 2026 Toyota Camry may be the one to see first. It's now all hybrid with up to 53 miles per gallon city, an easy way to cut fuel stops without giving up comfort. And with 50 Camrys in stock, Marietta Toyota has the selection to help you find the trim and color you actually want. Every new Toyota includes our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty, limited time, and unlimited mileage for as long as you own it. And we've been voted Best of Cobb for 2026, Best New Car Dealership, and Best Service Center. For well-qualified buyers, special financing is available on the new 2026 Camry Hybrid. As low as 4.99% APR for 48 months through August 3rd. Visit us on Cobb Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium. Marietta Toyota, since 1975. We've been here and will be here for you.
4.99% APR for 48 months with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. Not all buyers qualify. Offer ends 8/3/2026. See dealer for details. All prices exclude tax, tag, and title, and include $699 dock fee and $257 electronic tag fee.
Hey, it's a Kimmer here. How's it going? You know, you've invested years in your home, of course, maintaining it and improving it and protecting it. Raised a family there, built a lifetime of memories. Maybe your home has earned an upgrade. Well, I can recommend a place to go. Deal with them more than 20 years ago. Jeff Shea and Peach State Windows. For more than 50 years, Jeff has been helping Georgia homeowners improve the comfort, the beauty, and the value without losing the character of their homes. How about this deal right now? 8 double-hung vinyl replacement windows installed for only $39.95, improving energy efficiency, comfort, and curb appeal, too. Listen to this. How about transform your entryway with a fiberglass French door installed for just $69.85. Both options include a lifetime warranty, 0% financing for 12 months. PeachStateWindows.com, 770-485-8011. Peach State Windows, because your home has earned an upgrade.
Purple Wave Auction Box. Hey there, folks. If you're buying or selling equipment, ride the wave.
Ride the wave. Purple Wave Auction makes it easy to sell.
Easy to buy. Construction, ag, fleet, and government equipment. All no reserve. All online.
All online.
Cruise on over to purplewave.com and get in the groove today.
Purplewave.com.
Onyx, I keep having stomach issues. Please make me a doctor's appointment.
Okay. Are you suffering from diarrhea, bloating, gas, or oily stools? If so, you may want to ask your doctor if it could actually be a problem with your pancreas, called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI.
My pancreas? How is EPI treated?
A prescription medicine like Creon, pancrelipase, is used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes. Creon is the #1 prescribed treatment for EPI.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. You can learn more at 1-800-633-9110.
Before your appointment, visit creoninfo.com. That's CREON info.com.
Hey, more Tony Bennett. A little birthday thing here. Da, 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 da.
My one note, I know.
He's kind of talking here rather than singing.
More like spoken word.
This is a pretty good example of exactly what Pete's talking about. Okay, fine. God.
One note, Tony.
Well, they call him more than a singer. Yes, Tony Bennett, born Anthony Dominic Benedetto. Tony Bennett was an accomplished painter. Oh. He would sign his painting artwork using the family name Benedetto. Tony Bennett's paintings have been displayed in museums and galleries, including the Smithsonian. Tony Bennett. We died a few days before. He would have been 97 years old. And born on this day with the thing here. Anyway, let's see. Our birthday list. Now, this really faked me out here. I do my own birthday and history stuff at home, and then Flounder does some for when I come in. And on Flounder's list that he got off the web place thing, it says Charlotte Gainsbourg is 55, one word, nymphomaniac. So I'm thinking, I don't know, since, I'm...
Well, Kimmer, a nymphomaniac is,
No. What I meant was that I do not belong to, or have I ever signed up for any web, porn websites, and you need an ID to do that in the state of Georgia these days anyway. But I didn't recognize that name because, familiar with some of the adult thing. But I never heard that name, but nymphomaniac, so I Googled her. It's a title of a couple of movies. Called Nymphomaniac, stuff like that. And apparently she's a well-known European actress who started becoming a professional singer and well-known about it over in Europe, apparently, at the age of 13. Charlotte Gainsbourg, 55. So any of you have heard about her with the stuff there? And let's see. Speaking of singing, we'll do a little concert thing here on History Note. In 1990, a benefit concert took place in Germany at the site of the fallen Berlin Wall. The concert drew 200,000 people in 1990. The concert was headlined by Roger Waters, founder of Pink Floyd. The concert ended with the collapse of a mock Berlin Wall made out of styrofoam. 200,000 for the concert in 1990, Berlin Wall. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? 352. We'll play cut number 3 here, Flounder, Jasmine Crockett. And by the way, this is a weird story about me dealing with modern technology and media. I'll get to that in a second. First of all, right before the show, Flounder said, I got some great soundbite hitter, Jasmine Crockett. I said, okay, let's do it. Now I started Googling to figure out what the heck it was all about. I guess this failed Congresswoman, the hood rat Jasmine, needed more publicity since she lost her Senate bid. So there's some kind of a hearing, and she's talking to a witness, I think a guy from the Smithsonian. And anyway, he got splashed with his chicken head's racist claims about fans watching the World Cup soccer match. Flounder, cut number 3 here, Jasmine Crockett.
The World Cup that captured the imaginations of the entire world when they saw all of these people of color that was playing for all these teams. And ultimately, if you recall, the last 2 teams, it was Argentina and Spain. And it seemed like the vast majority of the world was rooting for Argentina, or actually against Argentina, right? And why was that? Just give me an explanation if you could guess.
Listen to
if
this.
you'll just let them finish the answer.
Spain had the best team. Maybe that's why they were rooting for them.
There's also a racist history that exists as relates to Argentina.
You're recognized.
Thank
you, Jack.
There's also a racist history. I mean, this is unbelievable. How does she make a case that they were racist rooting for Argentina?
What country hasn't had racism? Point one out, please.
I mean, seriously. How in the world would somebody even think of trying to make a thing about it? And again, here's my quandary. And again, I admit to you that I'm really screwed up about this. Flounder said, I got this great soundbite of Jasmine Crockett. I said, great, what's it from? He said, I don't know. And so, I mean, seriously.
I mean, again, because Kimmer doesn't go on Twitter a lot, where we get a lot of sound bites that come out of there. It's just the audio feed. And again, you Googled the story, didn't note anything about a hearing, but it is some kind of hearing that's happening today.
Right, but I wasn't being critical of you. What I'm saying was, here's what goes on in the world today. This is why I'm going nuts about doing radio these days and doing the show. Flounder's got a great soundbite, and I don't know where it came from, and I can't find out. I Googled, and in fact, when I Googled, the first thing that came up was Daily Mail or something, and it had the first 2 lines of copy, and then it said, click here to get the app to sign up for a year's whatever. I'm not doing that. So I went to the next one, and that was another X site of YouTube, and YouTube just has the video and no script about it. So it's just unbelievable. And again, I'm trying to give you context. I don't know what the hearing was. I think it was about the Smithsonian, but I don't know. So
you're right. But any video that comes up, it just says there was a congressional hearing.
Yeah. But I mean, but again, I'm lamenting the fact that the modern technology is great. We got the soundbite. You heard her saying things, but it's all just it's like the flash, and it's like those reels that pop up. I mean, it's just glimpses of things, of parts of things, and it used to be you'd get the wire and you'd read the story and you'd have the story. It's just, everything is so screwed up now. It's very hard for me to figure it out.
You got the story the gatekeepers wanted you to get.
Yeah, I know.
But with Twitter, we get all the stories.
Yeah. And again, in fact, yesterday, a little shout out to Bryce. And I've got a soundbite, Flounder's Funny coming up here. A shout out to Flounder and Bryce. Flounder yesterday sent me some stuff. He gets a lot of stuff off of X and sends it to me as part of our more, put together thing that the stories I'm gathering up. And the problem was my phone wouldn't open it. It said, get the app for X. And so Flounder said, we'll check it out when I came in yesterday, which we did. And then, and he couldn't figure it out. And we showed it to Bryce about how come my phone doesn't open up the things from X that Flounder says on his phone. Pete's phone opens it up. If Flounder sets an X story on Pete, he'll open it up. When he sends it to me, mine won't open it up. So Bryce started messing with it, and all of a sudden he comes into the studio and says, I fixed it. And now it opens up, but he doesn't know what he did. And I mean, seriously, I don't know how. I'm an educated man, and I don't know how to work my phone.
Is your app needed to be updated, which we did, and then it just takes a couple cycles, I guess.
Something happened, and now I guess
it works now.
But again, I mean, I feel like such an idiot. I mean, I don't know how to use my phone. I mean, I'm serious. I mean, I don't blame him. Make fun of me. I mean, I feel like an idiot. I'm 80 years old. I got a master's degree and 61 years in the news business and radio, and I don't know how to use my phone. Anyway.
I mean, it's not just you. Anytime I go to my dad's house, there's an issue, or my aunt. I mean, the same thing. Yeah. It's just they don't.
This is why we're not doing a podcast and making $200,000 apiece. Well, not that we would make $200,000, but again, because people who would listen to us just don't do this kind of stuff. App. What do you mean app? Here's the Flounder's Funny for
job interview. Two guys go for the job interview: an Irish guy and an Indian guy. So the Irish guy goes up first, and the rules of the interview are you've got to use 3 words in a sentence. Be very creative. The words are green, yellow, and pink. So the Irish guy's like, okay, I woke up one morning. I looked outside my house, and that's a green grass. And for the first time in many years, there was some sunshine, yellow sunshine. And I looked a little bit further, and there was a couple of pink pigs. The interview was like, fantastic, I love it. You're in with a good shout. Indian guy is stressing. He's like, oh my God. That was very good, yeah, but I don't know. The interview was like, come on, man, you got something, just try something. I was like, okay. Well, yesterday, my phone rang. It was going green, 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 green. Green, green.
And I said,
I pinked up the phone.
I pinked up.
And I said, yellow.
There you go. Another beauty, Flounder's Funny.
Old bit classic.
There you go. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, how you doing? 404-741-1230, 741-1230. And it's all coming together here. Another hot, steamy, beautiful afternoon, Tuesday style. Go Braves. It's good to have victories are nice. Anyway, latest coming up, 106.3. Look out.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. This hour is presented by Atlanta Safe House.
Protests on Capitol Hill. Lisa Brady, Fox News, during a Senate hearing. She's one of several protesters escorted out by Capitol Police, some holding No War on Iran banners, as War Secretary Pete Hegseth testified about the president's request for an additional $87 billion, much of it for the Pentagon, on top of a more than $1 trillion budget request.
President Trump's following a simple logic. The military requires a generational investment to deliver on peace through strength.
Joint Chiefs Chairman General Dan Kane says the U.S. military is America's greatest insurance policy.
It is an imperative that Americans understand that the character of war is changing.
He says changes driven by technology require more capital for readiness. But the committee's ranking Democrat, Senator Patty Murray, says some of the supplemental requests are already in the budget proposal or have nothing to do with Iran.
This administration has tried to sell this as an emergency request, but it may be better understood as an attempt to skirt the normal appropriations process.
Also asking Hegseth why a supposedly decimated Iran is still firing at Gulf allies.
Senator, Iran is at the weakest point militarily it has ever been in the past decade.
President Trump still not ruling out a diplomatic solution, but signaling even greater strikes are on the way. Meantime, he just announced U.S. airlines will be able to resume direct flights to Lebanon more than 40 years after the U.S. suspended that route. This follows an Oval Office meeting with Lebanon's president, who said it's time for the region to be stable and secure.
I know your vision is peace, your vision is stability, and I think my vision coincides with your vision.
Lebanon and Israel have a new framework aimed at preventing attacks on Israel by Iran-backed Hezbollah in Lebanon. Wall Street rallies, the Dow up 384 at the bell. America is listening to Fox News.
If you're looking for a place to grow spiritually in the middle of a busy life, InTouch.org is designed for you. Explore practical, biblical teaching from Dr. Charles Stanley, daily devotionals, free study guides, and messages that speak to real-life challenges. Whether you're searching for direction, comfort, or a deeper understanding of God's Word, you'll find tools to help you take the next step. Discover resources that meet you right where you are at InTouch.org.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 HCIS survey.
All right, look out here. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder with Tony Bennett Day. Here we go. Look out. Just in time right now. Da-da-da-da-da. He died 3 years ago, a few weeks short of his 97th birthday. Tony Bennett was a World War II veteran. Tony Bennett, born Anthony Dominic Benedetto. Tony Bennett served in the Army during World War II. Tony Bennett fought in Europe. He participated in the liberation of a Nazi concentration camp and later became a lifelong advocate for peace and civil rights. World War II Army veteran Tony Bennett. On his birthday thing there. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. How about a little birthday of ourselves? Jamie Sheridan, the actor. Jamie Sheridan, 75. He was in Law and Order Criminal Intent in Chicago Hope, and I remember him as one of the guys in Homeland. Jamie Sheridan, 75 years old today. And on this day in history, in 1972, comedian George Carlin is arrested in Milwaukee because he did a bit called 7 Words You Can Never Say on Television. And here are the words now. Never mind. Now, the charges were dismissed when the judge declared that language was indecent, but Carlin had the freedom to say it as long as he caused no disturbance. And I think it actually didn't just go all the way to the Supreme Court, the 7 dirty words. Anyway, but George Carlin turned out okay. 1972 is when it all started. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how you doing? 404-741-1230, 741-1230. And by the way, some good news. The lady here works here who I give 2 different lollipops to every day, and she lets me call her baby. And a real sweet lady. Her dogs got out the other day. She went on Facebook. I saw this pop up on Facebook, and they'd just given their dogs a bath. And so they had their collars off. They'd just been drying them off and so forth. And they put them out to whatever. And somehow something bad happened and the dogs got away and disappeared. So she went on Facebook immediately. And immediately people responded. And she gave the locator the area. And sure enough, they about a mile and a half away, they found them both. And both dogs were found and rescued and got back with their mommy. And I thought to myself, Mom, have you lost dogs before? Ever had a lost dog get away?
Yeah.
and get him.
I knew where he went because I could hear the dogs in the neighborhood barking, so I knew exactly.
Just follow
where
the
he
sounds.
was going. Yeah. And if you saw him, and here's a tip: never chastise or pop them on the butt or yell at them when they see you. You want them to see you and go,
happy.
"Oh,
yeah,
and come rush," because he would always run toward me. Guess what I've done? Guess where I've been?
Yeah.
Because I never yelled at them. Because if they're afraid of you, they'll keep running.
Yeah. Flounder, did you ever have a dog run? Oh, Flounder's in the back doing something. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to think. Did you ever have a dog get out and run away?
I'm trying to think. No, I don't believe. I mean, because we lived in a neighborhood where pretty much all the dogs would go out, and I mean, I had Archie and Moody, and they would always kind of hang out in the backyard. They weren't really big dogs. One was a Cocker Spaniel, but none of them really got away. I mean, more than if we looked maybe 5-10 minutes.
Well, I had a couple examples. I had when I had that whole wife in a Brookhaven house and everything. I had put the pool in. Had a pool guy. First time he came to to fix to clean my pool, I was at work, and all of a sudden, we found out that he had left the gate open, and my Great Dane and Harley the Bull Mastiff were gone. They both got out and were roaming through Brookhaven. Luckily, a neighbor knew whose dogs they were and got them to come into their yard and had a fence that worked and everything, so we got them back. But there was also, once I had an invisible fence in Alpharetta, and our golden retriever. It was a thunderstorm, and the golden retriever was out in the yard. The invisible fence doesn't have a wooden fence or type of fence. It has the shock collar on it, and when the thunderstorm happened, he got so scared that he bolted through anyway, and we found him. He had a tag on his collar, and we found him. He had gone to another house way far away in the neighborhood to a blonde woman he saw standing at a doorway in front of a house that looked like ours. And he apparently, this is Shamrock, the golden retriever, and he apparently had taken comfort seeing a blonde lady like my wife type and a house type like mine, and got him safe and sound. But boy, you're scared. You're just living crap out of you. Anyway, Kim Repeat and Flounder, how you doing? 404-741-1230. 741-1230. We got tweets. We got Holy Crap at Sports. And speaking of quick thing of sports here, the WNBA is getting involved in that famous meme going around with Sophie Cunningham. Sophie Cunningham is the WNBA tall, blonde, pretty girl who was captured in a video and pictures doing that famous meme of her pointing the finger. She was pointing at Dewana Bonner. And the finger point has been one of the most recognizable images in the world of sports ever. Well, now the WNBA, the women's basketball team, is saying, no, you can't use that image. You cannot use that image. Anybody using official business with the WNBA cannot use that as a business thing because they said it's derogatory. Licensed brands for the that's derogatory. How about trying to strangle a certain female basketball player that they've been going after from the very beginning? Good grief, with Caitlin Clark. Anyway, so the WNBA says that it's derogatory. So their brands like 2K, Breaking Tea, Lids, Panini, I don't know these other things, are not allowed to use it for any way to make any money. However, Sophie Cunningham is allowed to make money off it herself if she wants to, because she can sign an individual sponsorship with any brand. And so far, it turns out she has not. Boy, it would seem to me, given everything for the WNBA and complaining about salaries and everything else and all this stuff, seems to me, if I were Sophie Cunningham, I think I'd be signing deals with somebody and use that meme and make a whole pile of money and just say, here you go, everybody's having a little fun and it's a thing, and take money off it. There's no different than Sydney Sweeney, making $1 billion for, talking about jeans. Anyway, so I'm amazed that she hasn't made any money off it, or even tried, apparently. Donald Trump, they've been doing with presidential memes about it. That famous point. I mean, it's hysterical, and it's easy to work and funny and everything else. I don't know. All right, Kimber, Peyton, Flounder, 404-741-1230. Some more bad news for the crime family that used to be in charge here the last administration, the cadaver autopen president. Biden has been dealt another blow to try to keep those tape recordings of his interview in the what's his name, the special counsel Robert Hur's report, trying to keep those interviews on tape secret, because they show what a despicable liar and deceiver he was being from the very beginning. The Court of Appeals in the District of Columbia has rejected a request from the cadaver-dead president, Moto Pen Boy, and his legal team to block the release of the audio recordings. It was as he was writing a memoir, 2017, called "I Opened the Border on Purpose for the Money," and that was in 2017. And the special counsel Robert Hur stirred controversy when he questioned his mental capacity and forgetfulness when wondering what the hell's going on. And so Hur just said, "No, I'm not going to bring charges against Biden because he has, remember, the sympathetic, well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory and his diminished faculties and advancing age, so he's not going to charge him anything, even though he was breaking the law with secret documents. And he didn't even have authority to have them. He was vice president at the time. He didn't have the authority to take secret documents." Anyway, the court ruled 2-1 that it is in the public interest to reveal the recordings. There's going to be another appeal, obviously, to all the way to the Supreme Court. But anyway, he lost another one. Tried to shield his privacy, they say. Biden was vice president before the campaign, and he admitted on the audio that he was afraid of getting hacked. The writer said he was afraid of getting hacked, so he erased a bunch of the recordings. And Hur testified that Biden even retained the classified documents without pressing charges. And there was a conversation where Biden and his ghostwriter, the president, said he had just found all the classified stuff downstairs. That's where you can find it. Admitting that he had it. And he was going to be releasing his new memoir called "My Family Are All Crooks." The Biden story is coming out very soon here. So anyways, another court turned him down. A skank. I mean, seriously, what despicable. I mean, the whole freaking family had to pardon them all because they're all crooks. And I still don't know why we haven't subpoenaed all those banking presidents to the 123 offshore accounts to money laundering. Why don't we get them and find out what the hell they were all about here? At least it'll go on the public record. They're getting away with it. They're going to get away with everything. Socialists taking over, and the last administration's nothing's going to happen to anybody. The January 6th committee, all pardoned. So the setup, all those people, Baceris or what is his name? I mean, all these guys. It's unbelievable. I got to relax. I'm getting cheered up here. Luckily, so much more coming up here. In fact, I got some dating stuff, too. We got a little love life here going on. Kimmer, Feet, and Flounder on Happy Tuesday. Look out.
It's time for the Bortz Report, exclusively on Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, Extra 106.3.
Okay, let's say you're walking down the street and here comes somebody in the opposite direction on the sidewalk. You got to make a decision. Are you going to cross to the other side of the street? Who could possibly be the most frightening, dangerous person headed down the sidewalk toward you? Well, I got some statistics here, if they're worth anything. The number of public incidents with 4 or more fatalities. What are we talking about? Mass shootings. The number of mass shootings expressed in rates per million of population. Okay, I'm going to start at the bottom here. Hispanic men, 0.094 per million of mass shootings. Asian women are next, 0.097. Then white men, 0.176 per million of population. Black men, 0.198. Asian men, 0.408. Who knew? Next is trans men. Need a definition. These are biological women who think that they're men. 0.667 out of a million for mass shootings. That's up there near the top. But what is the top? Trans women, biological men who think they are women. 0.769 per million. I know all these numbers are rather close, and I know the statistics don't seem that dangerous. I mean, 0.769 per million, but they're very meaningful to the victims of these confused gender dysphoria people running around loose with guns. Neil Bortz, Extra 106.3.
Just to go, how's your house doing? You know, when you're outside taking a look at it, maybe watering the flowers, whatever, taking a look at the house. How's it doing? Pretty good. You know, I got some deals coming up here for you to make your house look even better and also improve maybe your comfort and efficiency and value without changing the basic character of your house. And that's my buddy Jeff. I worked with him 25 years ago at Peach State Windows. He's been doing stuff for homeowners in Georgia for decades and decades, whether in Marietta, East Cobb, Roswell, all the surrounding areas. You know the place. Great homes, great areas, and sometimes an upgrade's important. And here's a couple of specials you want to jump on these babies. How about 8 double-hung vinyl replacement windows? These are beauties. Keep the hot heat and air and sunshine out. Installed for just $39.95. Or how about bursting your curb appeal with a fiberglass French entry door installed for $69.85. Both options improve your energy and efficiency, security, the overall look, of course. Lifetime warranties and 0% financing for 12 months. Here's the number, 770-485-8011, peachstatewindows.com.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military, and the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education, way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org, helping warriors navigate to success after service.
America! Chuck, yeah! Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar is celebrating the red, white, and blues all summer long with our America 250 summer menu. We're talking Cyclone char-grilled oysters, Route 66 smash burgers, crab meat boardwalk fries, and USA-inspired cocktails. Raise a glass and cheers to 250 years of the US of A at Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar. Locally owned in downtown Alpharetta and Cumming, across from the collection. Find your location and details at theshuckandshack.com.
It's 2 a.m. and everyone is asleep, except for the potential intruder walking up your driveway. This is Matt Harvey with Alert 360 Security, and we stop criminals in their tracks with our floodlight video surveillance cameras. Our floodlight surveillance cameras notify you of activity, activate flashing lights, and verbally inform any potential intruders that they are being recorded. Stop break-ins before they occur with Alert 360 Security. Visit us on the web at alert360atlanta.com.
Hey, Tony Bennett Day here on 106.3, baby. He's loving you right now, baby doll. Always. He's changed notes there for you. True love.
That was the trombone.
Little Tony Bennett. I was the first chair trombone in the All-State Band, when I was a child.
You notice nobody's called up defending Tony?
Well, true. I mean, he's no Frank Sinatra, but he's still a crooner, his 50s, although there's, later than that, too. We'll talk about it. It was on this day that Tony Bennett marched along Martin Luther King. During the Selma Civil Rights Marches in 1965, Tony Bennett supported humanitarian and arts education classes and causes over as many times, I think, Tony Bennett. Let's see, our birthday list includes a guy named Steve Byrne. Steve Byrne is a comic. He's 52. He was in a show called Sullivan and Son on TBS. He's done a couple of comic-type TV. Steve Byrne, 52 years old today. And let's see, I have a little something. Oh, yeah, yesterday, or a little over yesterday, was the landing on the moon. And on this day in 1969, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin blasted off from the surface of the moon after 21 and a half hours on the surface and blasted off back to a dock with the spacecraft, and home they came, 1969. I remember looking up. I remember out in our driveway. I'd come back from overseas in the Marines, and my new wife, my newlywed wife, had married a few weeks before I went over to Vietnam, and I went out in the parking lot at Arizona State University, out in the parking lot where we lived in Tempe, and looked up at the moon. And I remember being just awed. They're up there. They're up there. They're on the moon. Phone calls take a priority. Hold everything.
Got Ellen on the horn.
Hey, how you doing, man? What's going on?
Hey, Kimmer, how you doing?
Good, man. What's happening, Al? What's up?
A couple of important things are happening tomorrow.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
know what's happening tomorrow?
Tomorrow. What's happening tomorrow? Yeah, we'll be live at the Shuckin' Shack in Alpharetta for sure. Yes, sir. That's one thing.
I'll be there, but you forgot the most important thing.
Okay, sir.
About tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
You and I get better looking every day.
Really? How do you figure that?
Tell that to Amir.
Yeah.
No, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow at the Shuckin' Shack, and then we're off to the Braves game.
Outstanding. Well, that'll be fun. I hope you have a double whammy happy day then. Outstanding.
I'm looking forward to seeing you. Thanks for what you do.
Thank
Great
you.
show.
You're very kind. Thank you so much. Again, we're doing our show live tomorrow at the Shuckin' Shack, and it's right there on Main Street, right across in the middle of Alpharetta, the downtown Alpharetta, and that row of shops and dining places, stuff like that, right across from that little green space where they have like a little park on Main Street in Alpharetta, and we'll be there doing the show 3 to 6, and come by and say hi and chat with us or whatever's going on, and we'll see what's happening. So it'll be kind of fun. 404-741-1230, 404-741-1230. Oh, I got a story here that I don't really even want to talk about, but I do for one reason, because I want to ask you guys a question. And I thought about this myself. The scene is Ohio on a river. It's called the Scioto River in Delaware County in Ohio. There were several adults, 5 people, 2 sets of parents, and several young children. 5 adults, 2 kids, and another individual were on the Scioto River to enjoy a summer night of fishing. One adult decided to go into the river to swim. Now, as background, this river was running very high and very fast, flowing at 350 cubic feet a second, which is at least twice double the average rate of flow. So the river was moving high and fast. One adult on this trip with 5 people, 2 sets of parents and kids and so forth. One adult went in to swim, started struggling. So 2 other adults dived in to try to save him. And they started struggling. So now I got 3 people in the water and they can't take care of themselves. They're flopping around and are obviously in trouble. So the other 2 adults went in to help the other 3 adults. And they all died. They all drowned. The last 2 were found downriver. Authorities went to the scene after a clearly distraught little child was running along a road by himself at 9 o'clock at night, and the terrified child said, "My family's in the river." And so the question is, if you're the second pair of adults, adult went in struggling, 2 more adults went in, and they're in trouble. You're on the shore. Are you going to go in after the 3 adults who already can't get out?
Probably.
Was
it an undertow? Was it rapids?
They don't know.
Were they hitting rocks?
They don't know. They don't know.
Why were they struggling?
It doesn't
let go
say.
And float till you get close to the bank.
Yeah, well, that's a riptide. You try to go with the flow. My guess is that because it was flowing so high and fast, there's probably stuff in the river. Maybe there could have rocks or tree limbs or something. Who knows what's in there? Yeah. And again, if it's if you hit something and I don't know. But obviously, it was dangerous.
Could be swirling out in the middle, a little eddy or something, and you get trapped in it.
Who knows?
Yeah.
What a horrible thing.
You go out a little bit. I think if you're the last 2, you go out as far as you think you can safely and if you can't get to them, you try and get help.
Yeah. The 2 young kids under the age of 10 are now.
You can't leave the kids alone. You can't all jump in the.
Right.
Every adult can't jump in the water when there's kids there.
That's the other thing. There were kids there on the shore.
Yeah, you can't. But they're panicking at the last. They're thinking they got to save them and not thinking straight.
Man, I'm just trying to imagine what it would be like. Do you turn to your little boy and say, stay here, or don't come into the water? Do you say, bye, I love you, in case they don't make? I mean, oh my God.
No, you can't do that.
I know. I'm just thinking, what a horrible. And then when you realize you're in there, and then all of a sudden you realize, I can't get out either. Oh God. What a horrible thing. Anyway. All right. Sorry about that. I mean, just what a terrible dilemma, and mercy, mercy, mercy. Well, the good news is we're cracking down on things like Medicare fraud and sneaky tactics to try to get around Donald Trump's rules and so forth, including Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has yanked Medicaid funds to California and Minnesota. $1 billion is being withheld until he finds out whether you're cheating the taxpayers of America and misusing the money. He said the Democrats, instead of protecting your money, have opened up the floodgates to theft. They dismantled basic program integrity and oversight. In fact, the former HHS Secretary Xavier Becerra, and in fact, that's the guy that Joe Biden called Baccaria. Remember when President Cadaver Autopen was introducing his cabinet, he said, yeah, my Secretary Baccaria is going to human health. I mean, Baccaria. Jeez, God, my God. Well, anyway, Becerra dismantled the fraud, waste, and abuse standard, double checks, and just turned his head. The scammers got paid. Taxpayers got stuck. $200 million over $867 million in Medicaid fraud. $1 billion we're talking. And that's just the start of it. California spending in the programs for in-home services, that's one of the biggest fraud things, went up by 25%. Way higher than anyone would have expected or any other state. Way more than any other state. Millions of dollars in claims to services provided to beneficiaries after they die. I mean, it's one thing after another. And that's just California and Minnesota. And now here's another sneaky tactic making the news today, too. A medical school, the top one in one of the top ones in California, University of Cal at San Diego School of Medicine, has figured out a way to favor black and Hispanic applicants to medical school based on race, even though it's against the law, as the Civil Rights Act of 1964 prohibits it. Also, what they're doing is manipulate the data and prioritize race, which is illegal. Instead of relying on MCAT or GPA type scores, San Diego's Med Shadow application process judges applicants for admission based on their race, and here's how they do it. This is tricky. The staff uses answers to hardship application questions, asking applicants, how did you overcome certain disadvantages in your life? And that helps them determine who's black and who's Hispanic. And then they get a break on admissions. For example, do you have any relatives named Lucretia or Play Daddy? I mean, it's unfreaking believable. They ask them questions about their hardships growing up, and then base their applications on the answers to what it was like in the hood. Holy crap! What's the Hispanic word for the Hispanic neighborhoods and stuff?
Barrio.
Yeah, barrio. Yeah. Any trouble in the barrio at all? Growing up as a kid? No, we worked it out pretty good with Mamacita. Oh, I'll be damned. Guess what? Congratulations, just made it into medical school.
Being at San Diego, all I got to do is ask, did you grow up in Chula Vista or National City?
Yeah, there you go.
That's all you need to ask.
National City would be, which one? Is that the regular one or the Hispanic
National
one?
City, yeah, the strange thing is National City is where the Hispanics lived when I was out there, and Chula Vista is where the blacks lived. So it made the few blacks you saw in San Diego, you could go days,
weeks
without seeing an African American. It was unbelievable.
Yeah. And a quick thing here, at Harvard, they're still up to their old tricks. Apparently, the Justice Department is opening up the restrictions on financial aid, which is not going for Americans. American students have equal opportunity rights, for college scholarships, but Harvard's found out a way, according to Harmeet Dillon, who is a man, she's a force to be reckoned with in the Civil Rights Act Division, Justice Department. Schools are taking federal dollars, and then they turn around and get money from foreign sources to give financial aid strictly to non-Americans. It's illegal. Harvard's doing it. China has directed Harvard to use money to aid programs benefiting students from particular countries, not America. It disadvantages other nationalities. A Civil Rights Division audit shows that Harvard has $4.5 billion, most of it from China, its largest foreign source, and then China says how they want them to spend the money for scholarships for non-Americans. Well, they're also getting federal tax dollars. And by the way, all those the famous colleges of the
Ivy League,
Dartmouth and Brown and Penn, Ivy League schools. All those Ivy League schools have billions of dollars in endowments, and they're still cheating the system and taking foreign money from China. I mean, this is unbelievable.
And, overlooking Americans so they can take foreign money.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, Kevin, Pete, and Flounder, how you doing? It's going to be good. Everything's good. Well, I'll talk Trump. We got strikes in Iran. We got things. We got politics. Yeah, we got my former house is now all of a sudden exploding in value. Well, that figures. It's on in Florida. All right, look out.
Support the advertisers and partners that share your values. Give our extra advertisers the first shot to earn your business. They will deliver for you every time and support the extra community like no one else. Connect with all of our partners online at extra1063.com.
Summer's winding down, but that doesn't mean the fun stops at Truist Park. Come see your Atlanta Braves July 30th through August 2nd as the Nationals come to town. Fans are invited to celebrate legend Andrew Jones on his induction into the National Baseball Hall of Fame on the 30th with his bobblehead giveaway presented by Curacao. Feel it for yourself. Plus an on-field presentation honoring his iconic career. Fans can then relive the magic of '96 as we celebrate 30 years since Atlanta lit the Olympic flame on the 31st. Join us for a night of music, memories, and hometown pride, followed by Friday night fireworks presented by Georgia Lottery after the game. The weekend fun continues on Saturday, August 1st with the pregame block party in the Battery Atlanta and the Braves Country's Got Talent search at the Georgia Power Pavilion. The National Series wraps up on Sunday as the first 3,000 kids will receive the Ice Cream Shorts giveaway. Visit Braves.com/promos to check out all the fun and purchase your tickets. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves Country.
Hey, this is Lowe's with David from Atlanta, who just purchased his new car with the Honest Car Guy, the new, fully transparent way to buy your next vehicle. David, tell us about your experience.
I had been looking for a vehicle for a couple months. The car buying process was a little challenging at first for me. I had some credit issues in the past, and I just happened to hear a familiar voice on the radio, and it happened to be on the Honest Car Guy ad. I got in touch with Tom. Within 2, maybe 3 days, I had a vehicle being shipped here from Orlando, Florida. I have already recommended him to family members, several friends, and I'll purchase a car from Tom when I make my next purchase for sure.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
I'm so sick of all these cheesy lawyer billboards. You might be too. If you're injured in a car crash, you don't hire a lawyer because they're sweet or strong or the biggest. You hire a lawyer who is recognized by their peers as one of the top lawyers in the state. You hire a lawyer who's going to listen to you, fight for you, and has the case results to prove it. That lawyer is me, Bruce Hagan, the people's lawyer. I've been proudly selected by my fellow lawyers as one of the top 100 lawyers in the state for 21 consecutive years as Georgia's super lawyer. Hagan-law.com, Hagan-law.com.
Hi, I'm Tom Stratton from Tom and Jerry's Roofing, a 10-year veteran of the U.S. Army. When my best friend Jerry and I opened Tom and Jerry's Roofing, we wanted our company to be an outlet for good. So with every roof we do, a portion goes to various veteran services and charities. Tom and Jerry's Roofing is passionate about giving you the best service and quality work possible, and that work turning into service for our heroes. So if you need a new roof or a repair, call us. We're Tom and Jerry's Roofing, where every roof helps veterans. TomandJerry'sRoofing.com.
Well, this
welcome to the Kimmer Show
counting thing.
Update.
Sometimes it's
with Pete on the
not the content as much as it is the context and the full story of what's going on in the world.
11 stories.
Yeah, well, it was easy on Flounder at 5:45 this morning. I guarantee it.
You have done how many?
I know I got 9. I got like 8 or 9 in a row here.
You've done 9 of the 11.
Oh my God, I was only joking.
You have an hour and a half to do just 2 more stories.
Well, this is hard to believe. I don't know if I can pull it off because I'm about to go into repeat mode here in case they missed something fun. Anyway, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741.
Nothing but confidence and very little of that.
Where was that from? Was that a Pogo, or what was that from? What movie?
Groucho Marx.
Was that Groucho Marx? I can't try to remember. That's pretty cool. And by the way, that was a great. If you ever had a chance to see the You Bet Your Life, George Fenneman was the announcer. He had to say the secret word for $50. And I remember they had Jose Jimenez, I think, one time. Or no, it wasn't Jose Jimenez, but it was the other little Mexican character. I can't remember his name, but he's very famous. If you saw his face, you remember him. And they had him come out and do a bit. And Groucho Marx said something like, your name, what's your name? He said, Cy. Your name is Cy C. So you're Cy C. And what do you do? I sew. You sew. So you're Cy. Your name is Cy. Yes. He said C. And you sew C. And you have any family? C. You have a sister? Yeah, Sue. And it just went on. And I mean, it was, silly. Anyway.
You were so close to.
Yeah.
In your facts there on that anecdote.
Oh, what I miss?
That's actually Mel Blanc.
No.
And Jack Benny do the same bit.
Well, then that's the same bit, but it was not. I swear to God, I can see the face of the guy with Groucho asking him those questions.
Well, they both did.
Maybe they both.
It was vaudeville acts, is what it was.
I'll be damned. Now,
I saw Mel Blanc do it with Jack Benny.
No, I know it wasn't Mel Blanc because I remember the guy who was doing it. Little Mexican character actor back in the 50s. Oh, Lordy.
Bill something.
Bill Dana. Bill Dana.
Bill Dana.
My name, Jose Jimenez, but that was not Bill. Was not Bill Dana doing his. It was the other guy. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. Hold everything. Phone calls. Thank God, taking priority.
Mark on the horn.
Hey, Mark, you're on the radio, man. Save us. What's going on?
All right, consider yourself saved, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you made a comment yesterday about your sister having held the door while she's holding a walker.
My daughter,
for a young person.
My daughter, yes, sir.
Yeah, it is a thankless job. There's no doubt about it. I do it all the time just because my mom and dad raised me the right way. But, I was going to share with you, I had an encounter with a young lady just yesterday afternoon, held the door open for her. She waltzed right through, no thank you whatsoever. And then as I'm on my way out that same store, I had an elderly lady. She had to have been somewhere in the mid-70s, held the door for me. And I did. I turned around and I made a point of telling that woman how much that I appreciated the fact that as a female, she's holding the door for me.
Yeah.
I was going to say, too, I think the weird part about this whole thing, and you mentioned it, it's more young people nowadays that they just don't have any kind of consideration for anyone else's feelings.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
Because they're not taught right, whether it's the fatherless family or what. They're just not raised the same way that we were.
Well, I think part of it, and part of almost most of the problems in this country about a change in our culture is because of the cell phone. They're locked into the TikTok stuff and the reactions of thing and how they relate to other people and their whole life in society, raising themselves on social media. It's not like, social media is filled with, great courtesy and great manners. It's everything but that. And that's their whole life and it's not just a cell phone, but it's the way they communicate and the way they react and how they, get together with each other on this thing. It's brutal. In fact, it's happened to me too. In fact, what I always do, and I guess because I'm an old fart and then people take pity on me, but I've actually had if I have a bill to mail, whatever, a mail of any kind, I go right to the post office. I don't use the blue boxes. I go right to inside the post office. And more than once, there's been a woman, not necessarily older, but not a kid. I mean, older women will see me coming and hold the door for me before I can go out. And I always say, "Oh no, thank you. You're so sweet." But my dear departed mother would have a fit if I didn't hold the door for you. At least make a joke about it.
Absolutely. Car doors, store doors.
We were told
it doesn't matter.
Man,
chivalry is not dead. It just lay dormant for years.
Well, as a kid, a family of 5 kids and 2 adults, and when we had dinner every night at the dinner table, we had to stand and hold the seat for our sister sister and our mother to sit first. When a woman comes into the room, you stand up. It's just, hold the door. I mean, it's just general principle. I can't imagine just barging in front of people.
And that's, again, because we had that example set for us by our parents and mainly our father.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's fatherly parental influence.
Yep. I know. What a change, huh? All right. Well, Mark, thanks,
anyway,
man.
Pal, thanks for taking the call. You guys are doing a great job. And, Pete, I'm glad you're on the mend, pal.
Yeah, he's doing great. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Very kind to call.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
You guys want to see it?
Thanks, man. No. You're good. No, keep it on. No, appreciate it. Thank you. A picture would be good. We can edit and stuff. I don't think a camera's big enough. I'm sorry. See that whole scar there. My God.
I'll show everybody tomorrow.
Yeah, well,
that's
great.
what I can do.
There you go. Put that puppy up like Lyndon Johnson or some. Remember Lyndon Johnson showing his scars and picking up the beagles by the ears? What a character. Oh, yeah. Kim Pete Flounder, 404-741-1230.
And again, one more. We got Mr. Rick the Painter here.
Rick the Painter on the radio. Rick the Painter. How's it going, man? What's happening? What do you got there?
Hey, Kimmer. Hey, Kimmer. How's it going?
Good.
Tomorrow you're going to be doing your remote, and so I probably wouldn't be able to call it tomorrow, so I was going to call it for this today.
Yeah.
But you go to the oyster place.
Yeah.
The guy that's going to be shucking the oysters, the guy that shucks the oysters, you know what band he listens to when he shucks oysters?
What band he listens to when he's shucking the oysters? Golly, I don't know, Rick. What band would he be listening to?
Pearl Jam.
Pearl, because there got to be a pearl in the oil. In other words, there could be either jam in the building or a pearl in the oyster. So either way,
no, don't go too far into that. That's not what that means. It means something else. But you know that I made 6 figures last year.
You made 6 figures? Wow.
Yeah. I got fired from the toy factory. Apparently, I wasn't making them fast enough.
It was making enough figures for the children to play with the figures of the children playing. Wow, golly.
Oh, no!
Ron Santo. Should I tell my Ron Santo story? No, I won't tell my Ron Santo story.
Oh, God. No.
I
don't like it.
I Flounder, let's do this. In case you missed it, we can play cut number 1 and cut number 2 of Van Jones. I'm playing it every hour because I think you need to hear it. Because this guy's a freak. I mean, did he work for Putty Tat? Wasn't Van Jones, wasn't he one of his communication guys for Barack Hussein Putty Tat? I think he was.
Probably.
I think he worked in his staff. I believe he worked for an inner circle part of his staff.
Community organizers.
Stuff like that. Exactly. Anyway, so Van Jones has been blowing up his phone from parties, people on each sides of the political spectrum about his comments concerning what the hell's going on with the Democrat Party. First Flounder, cut number 1. Van Jones saying, wait a minute here, you idiots. Cut number 1. Van Jones right here.
I am tired of a set of people on the very far left in the Democratic Party. Ideas that are literally insane, nutty, moronic, dangerous, bigoted, are not progressive. They're regressive, and they should not be in our party.
Van Jones was talking with some girl on a podcast about the Democratic Socialists of America, who are actually communists, and everybody knows it because of what they're doing. And Van Jones said, he used to be kind of on that part of the party, but not the way they're doing it. Cut number 2, Flounder. Van Jones continues on what's happening with the Democrats.
I've been waiting my whole life to see a youth movement do what it's doing. But it's being hijacked by people who are putting in nutty ideas supporting terrorists, nutty ideas saying that we don't need cops in prison. We can't deport anybody even if they rape somebody. Who said this? Chevalier. If we can't say right from wrong, if we can't say good from bad, if we can't separate progressive ideas from regressive ideas, I am a progressive Democrat. You want to talk about prison reform? I've done it as well as anybody, Republican Democrats in the South with Trump. I've done prison reform. I never said have no prisons. Where are you going to put the Klan? I've done police reform. I never said no police. Where are you going to put the pedophiles? Who's going to grab the pedophiles? This stuff is going too far.
And they're winning. In fact, this chick Chevalier in New York, the commie in New York, she has actually made a big point of saying that when Marco Rubio deported the child rapist back to Laos, wherever he came from, this chick Chevalier said it was more of an offensive crime to deport that child rapist than it was for him to have committed the child rape. It was a worse crime to deport him than it was for what he did. That's what the commie said that.
Let's see if that could somehow happen to her. Let's see if she changes her tune.
Yeah. And by the way, for the record, I first heard when I first started listening to Jesse Kelly. I listen to him every night going home, and he's been saying forever. And I kind of was a little funny about it when he calls these Democrats communists. I mean, the Democrat Party's it's just communists. And the fact of the matter is, he's right. I mean, they're going too far. They're actually going too far. They are communists. And there's no such thing as Democratic Socialists of America. They've made it up to be on the Democrat ticket. They're communists. And they're admitting it. They've told us what they want to do to change our country, and they're winning. It's more and more. All right, so I think we're in for it. All right, hold everything. All right, 4:45 already. Holy cow. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. We got some tweets. We got Flounder's Funnies. We got Holy Crap at Sports. A lot of sports stuff and more. And Donald Trump's strike in Iran. We got drones shot down. And it's all coming up. Little update here for you. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. Look out.
Every day, the border is a bigger story than the day before. And every day, we inch closer to opening it back up. That is, if we don't act. Extra 106.3 covers it without the spin, because this isn't a debate, it's a policy with consequences. Listen live or stream us anywhere on the Extra 106.3 app.
Join Daniel Madelon, CEO of A Second Chance Bail Bonds, and co-host Tug Cowart as they bring together law enforcement, justice insiders, and voices from every part of the justice system, victims, advocates, and people who've turned their lives around. It's not PR, it's not fluff. It's an honest talk about what's working, what's broken, and how to build a better path forward, one second chance at a time. Tune in Saturdays at 10 a.m. or listen to the podcast anywhere. Justice Unfiltered. Unfiltered, informed, and unbiased.
So you got into an argument. Things got heated. Then a fight broke out, and it landed you in jail. Now what? You need A Second Chance Bail Bonds. They can get you or your loved one out of jail quickly, in most cases, in a few hours. So make the right call. A Second Chance Bail Bonds. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT or online at atlbail.com.
It's Toyota's Big One sales event at Marietta Toyota now through August 3rd. And if you commute every day, the 2026 Toyota Camry may be the one to see first. It's now all hybrid with up to 53 miles per gallon city, an easy way to cut fuel stops without giving up comfort. And with 50 Camrys in stock, Marietta Toyota has the selection to help you find the trim and color you actually want. Every new Toyota includes our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty, limited time, and unlimited mileage for as long as you own it. And we've been voted Best of Cobb for 2026, Best New Car Dealership, and Best Service Center. For well-qualified buyers, special financing is available on the new 2026 Camry Hybrid. As low as 4.99% APR for 48 months through August 3rd. Visit us on Cobb Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium. Marietta Toyota, since 1975. We've been here and will be here for you.
4.99% APR for 48 months with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. Not all buyers qualify. Offer ends 8/3/2026. See dealer for details. All prices exclude tax, tag, and title, and include $699 dock fee and $257 electronic tag fee.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Exmark. When the lawn keeps growing, you need an Exmark to keep mowing. Built for durability, comfort, and that signature Exmark cut, Exmark mowers help you power through busy days and keep moving all season long. Whether you're growing your business or tackling big jobs at home, Exmark delivers a performance you deserve. Find your Exmark at Howard Brothers and see why Exmark is a cut above the rest. Exmark at Howard Brothers, built for the work ahead.
Hey Atlanta, it's Drake Baldwin here. When I won Rookie of the Year, I thought of everyone who helped me along the way. My friends, my family, and hot showers. That's why when something goes wrong, I call Superior Plumbing. Still locally owned, Superior has been serving Atlanta for over 40 years as the go-to plumber for leak repairs, toilet replacement, and water heater installation. They don't call them the honest one for no reason. Superior's team is my MVP. Remember, there's no job too small.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Little Tony Bennett. It's going to be his birthday or his death day, I guess it was. He died on this day.
This may be his last one. I don't know if I can do another hour of this guy.
Yeah, we'll go back to regular, whatever. Play your favorite songs. Tony Bennett passed away just a few days, really, before he was 97. Anthony Dominic Benedetto, legend, at least to some people. Bob Hope has discovered Tony Bennett in 1949, said change your name to, his name used to be Joe Barry. Tony Bennett changed his name to Joe Barry, and Bob Hope said, no, go with Tony Bennett or something. You know, he was a singing waiter in New York restaurants, and Tony Bennett performed for 11 presidents during his lifetime. Yeah, pretty cool story, Tony Bennett.
Whether they wanted him to or not.
Showed up and said, I'm singing. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. Have a little, Daisy, we got a birthday list here. You know the name Allie Landry. Allie Landry is 53. Allie Landry was Miss USA in 1996. And in 1996, she was listed by People magazine as one of the 50 most beautiful people in the world. And you may remember Allie Landry, who's 53 today, as the star of the old Doritos commercials. Yeah. And Allie Landry also was married to Mario Lopez. And 2 weeks into their marriage, she found out that he had cheated on her at his bachelor party the night before the wedding, and she dumped him because he cheated on her before the wedding. And I don't blame her. When I was getting married, I told him I don't want a bachelor party. I don't want a bachelor. I'm not, chicks hanging all over me because I got a girl I want to be with. Anyway, Allie Landry, 53 years old today. Excuse me. And on this day in history, in 1861, the first major battle of the Civil War, the uncivil war, the battle between the states, from which Confederate General Stonewall Jackson received his nickname for delaying his attack. The Union expected a quick victory. They were routed by the South. Confederate President Jefferson Davis credited a spy named Rose O'Neal Greenhow. She got credit for the victory because she apparently got special information from then Senator and future Vice President Henry Wilson because she was having an affair with him. And by the way, on this day in 1861, hearing of the proximity of two opposing forces by the thousands of troops, hundreds of civilians, men, women, and their children with picnic baskets turned out as spectators to watch the first major battle of the Civil War, the first battle of Bull Run. Hundreds of them watching the battle. Wow.
And they picked those bastards up and ran when it didn't go the way they thought it was going to go.
Yeah, this was the Union thought it was going to be an easy, sweet thing. And they really thought it was going to be, a lot of battles like that, people didn't think it was, going to be a thing, but holy cow. And
it was the first modern war, basically.
That's right. It was the first major battle and the first modern warfare.
The Crimean War, it changed the way warfare was.
Yeah.
And guess who was watching? The Germans were watching, the Prussians were watching, and they used it in 1870 to attack France and take Paris. They were watching.
Well, they should mind their own damn business, in my opinion. Oh, sorry. The hell they think they are, mister. But seriously. Anyway, Donald Trump is going to strike Iran. I'll hold everything. It's a Canadian chef, I'll bet you. Hey, Canadian chef. How's it going, man? Hey, what's up, eh?
Good. Everything's good, Dan. How's it going with you guys?
We're fine and dandy, hot and sweaty down here in the South. So I hear we're going to slap you with some maple syrup tariffs or something, huh, buddy?
Don't worry. I'll smuggle some across the border. I'll mail it to you.
I love it. What's going on?
Not much. I just want to tell you, the wife and me, we went down to Burlington, Vermont.
Burlington, Vermont. I'll be darned. Yes, indeedy. How'd you like it?
It's night and day compared to the South, man. Oh, my God. You might as well have had a statue of Bernie Sanders up there or something. It was crazy.
You know, it's a weird situation. Vermont, the home of the Green Mountain Boys, you know, I mean, the history of what they did for establishing this country and everything, and all of a sudden, and by the way, it's Bernie Sanders and Pocahontas who are fighting each other over who they're going to support for the Arab running for senator in Michigan, and even those two are split, and the Democrat far leftist socialist. I mean, what a mess they've got going there. But yeah.
Oh yeah, it was crazy. It like some of the conversations I was hearing when we were at dinner was just like, oh my God, these people don't know what's going on in the world. Holy crap!
You know, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
Education.
Oh, neither do I. But my God, it made us look like more conservative of a country than that state. Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. Well, what's the talk up in Canada? Is there things going on about Donald Trump's latest tariff thing and the smoke that's going on, or is there any word going on?
I just think it's just another ploy to go in for the negotiations, you know? That's all it is, really.
Yeah.
You know, the smoke was bad. It happens every year. You know, it's way up north, too. It's not like it's not like the ones in Los Angeles where people are living next to it.
Yeah.
It's deep forest. It's deep, way northern Ontario. It's not something that you can actually go in and clear the brush out of. They're old growth forests. You know, there's no one even lives up there.
Yeah.
You know, basically.
Yeah.
You know, you can't help it. But you know, like, sorry about the smoke, guys.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was bad up here too.
Yeah,
you know?
I know it. Well, listen, Jeff, come see us one of these days again. It was a pleasure talking to you before, and thanks for checking in. We appreciate it.
All right, we'll talk to you guys later.
Thanks, man. Canadian Jeff right here. Very cool. Kimmer Payne Flounder, 404-741-1230. Donald Trump says he's going to strike Iran nuclear sites as drones were hitting nearby, apparently near the consulate. Donald Trump, again, he met the press today. He was with the president of Lebanon, and then he met the reporters. And by the way, he slammed some chick girl reporter named Mary Bruce, started talking to Donald Trump saying, well, based on the information of so-and-so, and Trump said, wait a minute, have you got something, you know something I don't? You know something I don't? And she said, well, you're trying to tell me you know something I don't? He said, by the way, you know, I can't even try. I don't even listen to you people on your station because you can't be trusted. I mean, he just blasted ABC again. And this girl named Mary Bruce said, you can't watch these people. You're not trustworthy enough. How about a Flounders Funny? We'll get more on the war update after the top of the hour here.
We were in Ireland yesterday. We got some Irish here? Bro, we had this pub and we had this thing called a spice bag. Do you guys know what that is? Okay. I didn't know that was food. I thought that's what you call Asians. And that's what I'm calling them from now on. Okay? I got a hand job from a spice bag in Thailand. It turned out he had a ball bag, so it was a little... I come here today. I'm asking people, I'm like, yo, what do you call, spice bag? Is that something you guys understand or whatever? And they go, no. And I'm like, well, what do you call, Chinese food? Or like, what do you call it? And I didn't think it was possible to be more racist and hilarious than spice bag. I go, what do you call it when you go out for some Chinese food? And the guy goes, oh, we're going out for a chinky. Going for a chinky, bro. Only Scottish people can be racist and charming at the same time.
Why did I miss that part?
Spices. It's a little tough to hear.
Yeah.
Andrew Schultz. I'll have to email it.
Funny.
Kind of a bad audio. I apologize.
No, it's cool. I got these ear things going on here, so it's all good. Anyway, Kevin P. Flutter, don't forget, tomorrow we'll be doing the show live at the Shuck and Shack, and Alpharetta Main Street there, right near the little green space right in the middle of town. Come and join us. Say hi if you like to, or call in or whatever. Anyway, we'll be there and have a little fun. Kevin P. Flounder, almost 5 o'clock. Holy crap, it's sports is standing by, too. Look out.
The morning Morning Extra, Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck, and The Kimmer Show on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
Of conflict. Lisa Brady, Fox News.
This is a peace through strength package.
War Secretary Pete Hegseth telling a Senate panel the president's $1.5 trillion Pentagon budget request is a generational investment.
Either we invest in our warriors at this moment of step change on the battlefield and growing threats, or this is all just talk.
That hearing interrupted several times by anti-war protesters as Hegseth and the Joint Chiefs Chairman also faced Democrat-led pushback over the administration's request for additional funding and its assessment of Iran being degraded.
And at what point do you stop asking Americans to foot the bill for a war they don't support on top of an inflated budget?
New Hampshire Senator Jeanne Shaheen.
I would hope for some perspective in this town of the historic nature of what President Trump is undertaking. Do you want radical Islamists to have a nuclear bomb
I don't want to hear your
down
speech
the world?
because I have limited time.
Hegseth contrasting years of Democrat support for Ukraine with an Iran conflict less than 5 months old. The latest estimate of the Iran costs topping $37 billion. President Trump says Iran is being decimated, adding they haven't seen anything yet, suggesting the U.S. will hit a mountain where Iran is believed to have moved nuclear material.
If I thought they could do something about it, I would never say that. But we'll be hitting that area pretty soon, and very heavily.
The president taking questions during an Oval Office meeting with the president of Lebanon, where Israel has been fighting Iran-backed Hezbollah militants. Under a framework agreement, the Lebanese army is securing areas where Israeli forces withdraw, though there's been confusion on potential progress in the early stages of implementation. Hours after that meeting, a surprise announcement from President Trump that American carriers will be allowed to resume direct flights to Lebanon for the first time in more than 40 years. America is listening to Fox News.
Everyone walks through seasons of uncertainty, but you don't have to walk through them alone. At intouch.org, you'll find messages of hope, biblical truth, and encouragement from Dr. Charles Stanley, available anytime you need it. Dive into devotionals, watch sermons, or explore resources that help you draw closer to God day by day. When you're ready to refocus your heart and renew your faith, visit intouch.org. It may be exactly what your soul needs today.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 HCIS survey.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of blank, ready on your dog target. Road guards out. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis and Flounder at the controls and you. And again, tomorrow we're going to be at the Shuckin' Shack on Main Street in Alpharetta, right there in the middle of town. A little across from that little green space, little park thing you got right in the middle of town. And I'm doing the show, and hope you can join us and say hi or whatever, and have a little fun out there for goodness sake. Our number is 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Holy Crap at Sports is coming up. We got some Tweety stuff. We'll talk a lot of social issues, goofy issues, political stuff. Latest on Donald Trump going to do some more bombing in Iran. And, it seems to me at some point they're going to run out of targets, but I guess, I wish they'd, do a few more at a time. But anyway, we'll keep you posted. Also, the story of the heroic family dog, in case you missed the early part of the program, which I like doing good news stories, especially animal stories. So we got things like that coming up. And also, by the way, I saw Veronica it today. Flounder brought in this lovely bride, Mrs. Flounder Veronica was in the studio today. It was a very, very nice treat.
Yeah, I think it's 2 or 3 days a week she works across the street from us in the racetrack building.
Outstanding. Anyway, so it was very nice to see her, and she looks lovely as always. And the doggies and everything's fine with the
all is
pets?
well.
Well, that's excellent.
You'll probably see her in Winston tomorrow.
Oh, excellent. Outstanding. Very good. We'll look forward to it. 404-741-1230 if you'd like to join us. 404-741-1230. This story just popped up. And I want to pass along because it's another good news story about we're going to talk about what the heck's going on in America. And we're going to, Holy Crap of Sports is coming up. And Pete, we're going to talk again a little bit about Jasmine Crockett, although dealing with the soccer thing, although it's not really a sports thing the way she brings it up, but that'll be a little tease for more sports coming up for you too. In the meantime, more people finally standing up for America and people from, the world of celebrities, like Jonathan Cain, who's one of the singers in Journey. And Jonathan Cain says he's the keyboardist for Journey. And he says, as far as Bruce Springsteen is concerned, he says you ought to shut up. Stop talking politics on stage. Mr. Jonathan Cain called out Springsteen, Cheatstein, and Robert De Niro for their art form using a political platform, said they should stick to their entertaining fans and not telling them how to vote. Cain said, I used to be a Democrat back in the old days, the actual days, but I can't go there now, He said, I just can't do it. He's now a diehard conservative, and he called on performers to do what they're good at. Springsteen, you should shut up, him and use the other one, Robert De Niro. I mean, who cares, really? Do your art. Keep politics out of your music. He said his album, Born in the USA, Bruce, what the heck? I used to like him, and now he's annoying. He's an annoying, bitter old man. He said, stop it, really, Bruce. You were born in the USA, weren't you, dude? So act like it. But even that song, if you look at the lyrics, it's a kind of diss to our country. Anyway, this has been going on for a while. Bruce Springsteen, Finding American song. Give me a break. Anyway, so it's nice to see that Cain is married to a former advisor to Donald Trump, disagreed with the philosophy of guys that are on the left here these days, and said a few musicians are even releasing patriotic music at all. He and Kid Rock are about a couple of exceptions, and there aren't many. Anyway, at least that's nice to see. I thought like a Journey star, Jonathan Cain, the keyboardist, and telling Bruce Springsteen to shut the hell up and do your song. 507, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230. And I love dog stories and animal stories and good news stories. And here's a good news story. And if you haven't seen the video, you should look it up if you have a chance, if you're not driving right now. In Connecticut, the Terrazza family has a 6-year-old son named Colton. He was playing in front of their house, and all of a sudden, something bad happened. Security camera footage shows what you can look up on the video as this little 6-year-old boy is in his own yard, and a black bear comes charging up on him. The little boy basically stands his ground to brace himself, and then all of a sudden, out of the side, a husky mix named Bella, the family dog, bravely runs up on the beast. They heard the dog barking. The dad said he heard the dog, and then he saw the attack, a vicious bark by this dog, not like she barks and yips and howls. This was a vicious, different kind of bark. Bella cut off the bear as he's about to get the kid, ripped the bear's tail, pulled it away, chased the bear out of the front yard. The dad said he bit her in the rear end. She bit him in the rear end. The bear crashed into my boat, scurried under the boat, and out through the back between the houses into the woods. And this little dog's being treated as a hero. The little dog, nothing. She's the family dog, a husky mix named Bella. And by the way, I was born and raised in New England in the Northeast, and there are a lot of bears in the Northeast. They're everywhere. If you go into, any kind of woods and forest areas that has, tourist areas with restaurants and outdoor seating, and there's, nice scenery around, you're going to have bears are going to be going to the dumps. Bears will be going to the dumpsters, and I can't tell you the number. My kids would visit me in western Massachusetts in the Berkshire Mountains, having dinner outside this beautiful little restaurant out in the woods there, and bears are climbing into the dumpsters. It's just they're everywhere. Anyway, so and they say, I think, isn't it true that black bears are the worst to come and get you? I think they say if it's brown bear, you can try to chase them away. You can scream yell.
If it's black, fight back. If it's brown, lay down. If it's white, you're dead.
You're dead, yeah. Polar bears will not fool with you. Just eat you. Oh, mercy.
I'll have a funny comedy bit at the end of the show about
excellent.
about those.
Outstanding. Well, there
Bears and Ryan.
We'll be the judge of that.
Tell you.
And one other social media stories making the rounds, a couple of million views, and I have my opinion, and we'll see what do you think about yours. An elderly man at a recent Cubs game at Wrigley Field between the Cubs and the Twins, they were playing the national anthem. And they're playing the national anthem at the ball game, and one young man, I don't know his age, I couldn't tell by the video. It looked to me like a teenager, might be 20. I mean, youngest guy. Wasn't a kid, but he wasn't an old man. He was, 20-something, I think, probably. An elderly man, who definitely was not a young man. There's video of showing the older man leaning down to whisper something in the seated man's ear before the old guy smacks the other guy in the head. And that's when the young guy stands up as onlookers are turning out to catch the sight of what's going on. And after he smacked him in the head, the old guy said, thank you so much, young man. 2 million views and more stacking up on this action, holding the opinion that choosing to sit is disrespectful to the country for the national anthem at a baseball game, of all things, for crying out loud. But they think maybe the old man took it too far. One guy said it's the guy's right to sit. That's what the country's about, freedom. He's still a D-bag, but it ain't no dictatorship. Another said he shouldn't have slapped the kid unless the kid was his grandson or something like that. As he could have been charged with battery, which is true. He struck, physical attack on somebody. On the other hand, I don't know. I think I would have said something. I would have said, hey, stand up. It's America. So I think I definitely would have. I've done that before. I've told people to take their hat off and, shut up and stand. I've said that before in crowds at stadiums, but I've never hit anybody because of it. I don't think I would hit the kid, but it's an issue, and thank God, again, it's an old guy like me. I mean, it's a different thing. And that old guy was probably just spur of the moment. He said, I can't take this anymore. And again, frankly, all this stuff, we keep every single day doing this for a living. It didn't used to be like this. I mean, I've worked my 61 years in this stupid business, okay? And it's only now that really the last couple of years where all of a sudden every day is a hate and division, and seeing what's going on in my country and knowing that I don't fit in anymore, and something's going on and I can't stop it. I'm not part of it. I mean, socialists, communists, winning elections, changing the judge. I mean, it's just yuck. So for this guy, he just couldn't take it anymore. He said, stand up, you little bastard. Bam. I love it. I don't think I would have done it, but I love it. And the crowd seemed to love it too. Nobody attacked him. Nobody got hurt. And the kid learned the lesson.
Their side is standing up and saying their piece.
That's right.
There's not enough on our side standing up and fighting back.
It's about time. And the guy from Journey. I mean, there's two things right there, two little things, which mean something. Because now they're going public, and it's now maybe we can start thinking about stuff. Like, how about we stand up for ourselves?
I have just gained more respect for the band Journey than I have had for the previous 65 years of my life.
Well, they got a couple of good songs, and I did take my kids to the driveway of the guy who sings the song. What's the guy's name? The Journey singer.
I have no clue.
Oh, yes, you do.
Tony Bennett.
No, God. Flounder, what's the name for Journey guy? The lead singer of Journey.
He's not there anymore.
Steve Perry.
He's not there anymore.
Steve Perry.
He's not in the band anymore.
Well, he used to be back in the 80s when my kids were visiting me in San Francisco.
Journey.
I drove to his driveway and picked up some rocks for my children. For Steve Perry's
Journey
rocks.
Is the Tony Bennett of rock.
Okay. And more from Pete Davis next. Now look out. It ain't about music either. Mercy.
The Morning Extra, Neil Bortz, and The Kimmer Show are all online for you anytime at thepodcastpark.com. Plus all of Extra's exclusive podcasts like Ben Burnett, Janelle King, and so much more. All at thepodcastpark.com. Presented by Associated Credit Union.
Yeah, more examples, kind of a daily basis here every once in a while about stuff I need to find and have located because of Atlanta Safe House. The same thing they can do for you. Atlanta Safe House, their location now, Union Hill Road in Alpharetta, and they got 500 safes up there, and that means you're going to save money, and you need a safe. If you haven't thought about it, my example, when I went to Florida, didn't have my Atlanta Safe House safe down there and lost some stuff. It cost me money. Well, now, my kids don't have to worry about too much of finding whatever money I might have left when the time comes. And also my medical records. I just had to go through some stuff, and now it's safe and sound now for the things that are, coming up here. But also your living will, as well as, guns, pistol safes, little bitty ones, great with great big, long guns and bows and arrows and jewelry drawers and hidden special things. They can build you a vault door. They can build you a family storm shelter. Atlanta Safe House. And again, with 500 of them right now, all the top brands, Browning, my first gun safe was Browning, Fort Knox, all of them. And because you have so many, there are always specials and sales and rebates, and that means you're going to win because you're going to save money, and you got to save forever. And look them up, AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
Finding the right vehicle should be simple. That's why Atlanta drivers trust Jim Ellis Buick GMC for selection, value, and exceptional service.
From daily commutes to weekend getaways, you'll find the right vehicle at Jim Ellis Buick GMC. Shop our extensive selection of new Buick and GMC models, take advantage of competitive offers, and enjoy a customer service experience designed around convenience.
Whether you're looking for a capable truck, a versatile SUV, or a premium driving experience, you'll find it here. With flexible shopping options and a commitment to outstanding service, we make it easy to shop with confidence. Start online by browsing inventory, valuing your trade, exploring payment options, and scheduling a test drive.
Visit in person and experience the professional, customer-focused service that has made Jim Ellis a trusted name for generations. Visit JimEllisBuickGMC.com or shop at one of our 2 convenient locations in Chamblee on Peachtree Boulevard inside the perimeter, or in Buford off Highway 20 near the Mall of Georgia.
Jim Ellis Buick GMC, we are professional grade.
The future of business in Georgia is bright, and Georgia Power is a driving force behind the businesses and organizations that are vital to the growth of the state. Just ask Mike Plant, President and CEO of the Braves Development Company.
I think back about 2003 when I started with the Braves and just knew we had to create a destination that people wanted to come to year-round. We had a blank canvas, and I think we had a pretty good feel for what would be a year-round destination, mixed-use development, lifestyle center, all those. Fortunately, we have this incredible relationship long-term with Georgia Power. Right away, they saw our vision, they got our vision, they understood it, and they knew they needed to be a big part of that. They are leaders as far as being part of this community. We don't have power, we don't have life, So, they've been a great partner of ours, and they're there with us every step of the way.
To learn more about how Georgia Power is helping businesses big and small, visit GeorgiaPower.com and tune in all year to discover how they're powering the future of Georgia.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Exmark. When the lawn keeps growing, you need an Exmark to keep mowing. Built for durability, comfort, and that signature Exmark cut, Exmark mowers help you power through busy days and keep moving all season long. Whether you're growing your business or tackling big jobs at home, Exmark delivers the performance you deserve. Find your Exmark at Howard Brothers and see why Exmark is a cut above the rest. Exmark at Howard Brothers, built for the work ahead.
Georgia summers are known for heat, and sometimes it's the humidity that makes your home uncomfortable. With all the rain we've had lately, excess moisture can build up inside your home, leaving it feeling sticky and muggy even when your air conditioning is running. That's why Central Heating and Air Conditioning recommends whole house dehumidifiers. It works with your HVAC system to remove excess moisture throughout your home, helping improve comfort, reduce musty odors, and create a healthier indoor environment. And if it's time for a new system, now's a great time to upgrade. Qualified homeowners can receive up to $1,700 in rebates and up to 60 months 0% financing with approved credit. Since 1947, Georgia families have trusted Central Heating and Air Conditioning for dependable comfort. Call 770-GET-HEAT. That's 770-GET-HEAT. Or go to centralheat.com. Centralheat.com. Turn to your Atlanta Carrier experts. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering Carrier comfort for the world we share.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Did you know you can add renewing your driver's license or ID card to your grocery list? The Georgia Department of Driver Services now offers self-service kiosks at select Kroger and Publix locations. From renewing or replacing to updating your address, the kiosks will issue a temporary paper license, and you'll receive a permanent card in the mail. Skip the line and save time by adding your driver's license renewal to your grocery list today. You'll even get a $5 discount on your order. Visit dds.georgia.gov to learn more. Sponsored by the Georgia Department of Driver Services.
Well, it may be July, but the Guinness Book of Records says on this day in 1983, Vostok, Antarctica set the coldest recorded day in history. In Antarctica, 129 degrees below zero. And now, holy crap, it's sports with Pete Davis.
Well, another Bulldogs football player involved in a driving incident, but this one not on a road.
Uh-oh.
Dogs running back Dante Dowdle in an ATV accident, treated for serious injuries at the hospital in Atlanta. That's according to head coach Kirby Smart. He's at SEC Media Days today. Dowdle transferred to Georgia for Kentucky in the offseason, injured near his home in Picayune, Mississippi. He's being treated right now at Shepherd Center, which, of course, does the rehab of spinal cord and brain injuries.
Oh, my.
So, yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Smart says he's out of the really tough range, but as far as his complete health and coming all the way back, I don't know what that looks like in terms of this year.
Wow.
Now, Dowdle's a senior, expected to be one of the Bulldogs' top backups behind returning starter Nate Frazier this season. And Dowdle ran for 560 yards, 3 touchdowns at Kentucky last season. He also played at Oregon in 2023 and Nebraska in 24. Braves nipped the Padres 3-2 last night in Truist Park to take Game 1 of the 4-game series. Pods jumped out front with a Manny Machado homer.
Yeah.
He can only hit against the Braves.
Yeah,
I don't know how that goes on.
Yeah.
The Bravos bounced back with a Michael Harris II dinger in the 6th and added another run in that inning as Joey Bart drove in Mauricio Dubon. Harris's blast sounded like this.
1 pitch. Harris with a towering fly ball to right. That's pressing back. That flies to the wall, and that is out of here. Into the first row, sent it out of the ballpark, had just enough. And Michael rounds the sacks for the 18th time this season. He just tied the game with a solo homer, and it's 1 apiece in the 5th.
Excellent.
Ben Ingram on 6A The Fan. Harris now just 2 shy of his 20 record he had in his career. Ozzie Albies would later add on this nugget of joy.
Peralta kicks and brings it. Ozzie hits one high and deep to left field. Flying back very quickly to the wall. That's gone.
Yeah, boy.
Into the Padre bullpen. And the Braves hit a home run again. Their second of the night. It's now a 3-1 lead. And that's a big one for Ozzie, swinging it from the right side against the lefty Peralta.
I saw
that was
one.
the winner.
I saw that
San
one.
Diego got within 1 run on a Ty France solo shot. In fact, both Friars solo homers came on the first pitch of an inning by Bryce Elder. He was just trying to get one over. One was a mistake, I believe.
Yeah.
Other than that, brilliant. Pitched a much-needed 6 innings, gave up 5 hits and 2 runs to improve to 6-6. Victor Madero's got his first ever save. He threw 2 1/3 innings of 1-hit ball.
Good.
J.P. Sears and Roebuck took the loss. Game 2 tonight, the 5-5 righty Walker Buehler with his 5.06 ERA for the Padres against the 4-2 Reynaldo Lopez with his earned run average of 3.50. Braves 3 games ahead of the Phillies. The Pods are in 3rd place in the NL West, 13.5 games behind the Dodgers. The Braves have reinstated Mike Yastrzemski from the IL and have released Kyle Farmer back into the wild.
By the way, Buehler, he was kind of a star with the Dodgers. Was it with the Dodgers?
Yes.
I mean,
Yes,
he was
He
a
hurt
force. Was that what happened?
Yeah, he got hurt. Yeah.
Bummer.
Not good news from the farm on Sunday. Right arm discomfort forced Hurston Waldrop to leave his start with AAA Gwinnett. Waldrop will be further evaluated this week. The 24-year-old hurler had arthroscopic surgery in February to remove those loose bodies around his right elbow. So hopefully, not good.
Yike.
Reds pitcher Caleb Ferguson is a quiet man on the mound, much like Tom Glavine. He never shows emotion and lets the other team know that he's upset. Never does it.
Yeah, calm and mild. Yeah.
Or during last night's 8-0 loss to the Mariners, a routine ground ball up the middle that should have gone for an out instead led to everyone being safe because second base umpire Bill Miller could not get out of the way of the fielder quick enough. Caleb stepped off the mound and calmly asked Bill to not do that again.
Did he really?
Or he yelled, and I've cleaned this up in case your kids are in the car, quote, blanking fat blank, get out of the way, fat mother blanker, end quote.
Okie dokie.
Did you see that?
No.
He is fat. And all the ump did was just stare at him and nod his head. Like, all right.
Sorry.
I'll show him the video on the next break.
Oh, God. It's so funny. It's so funny.
Mercy.
On a sad personal note, longtime Parkview baseball coach Hugh Buchanan passed away a few days ago. Buchanan was at Parkview for many decades. Jeff Francoeur talked about him during the Braves broadcast over the weekend on television. His funeral was this morning at Smoke Rise Baptist Church between Stone Mountain and Tucker. And I mention this not only because he was a good man, but Coach Buchanan had the distinct pleasure of cutting me during baseball tryouts before I could show just how many errors I could have made during the season. I was going to go for the record.
Yeah, oh my. Well, sorry.
Did a lot for the Lilburn School out there in Parkview, Coach Buchanan.
Yeah.
The Diamondbacks lost at home to the A's last night, but not before history was made. D-backs third baseman Nolan Arenado ripped a double down the left field line for his 2,000th career hit, joining an elite club that includes some of the greatest players in baseball history. The 35-year-old Arenado became one of 6 major leaguers with at least 2,000 hits, 350 homers, and 10 gold gloves. Can you name even one of those?
Wow. Willie Mays.
Yes, you are correct. Willie Mays is one of them. Very good, very good. The other one played for the M's and Redlegs.
Johnny Bench.
That Johnny Bench played for the Reds, but he is one of them too. You're correct, sir.
There you are.
But who played for Seattle and Cincy?
The junior, Griffey Jr.
Yeah, Ken Griffey Jr. is one of them.
I'll be damned.
Let's see, who's the other one? One played his whole career with the Phils.
The third, Schmidt, Mike Schmidt.
It's not Mike Schmidt, and the one played for the Tigers his whole career. From like 18 on to 40.
I'm not going to get this. I know who it is.
Right fielder.
I'm not going to get it.
Think battery.
I know.
Think battery. Alkaline.
Okay.
That's a good trivia question.
Yeah,
right
it
there.
is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Heads are rolling at ESPN. A day after woke race baiter Ryan Clark was told during the show NFL Live, "You're being laid off." He then walked off, didn't finish the show. Some said they took him off because, in this business, we don't always get to go and do our last show.
Right.
Which we have and have not.
Yeah.
The Athletic reporting that Carl Ravitch, he of the toupee, had been with the company since 1993, and NFL insider Tom Pelissero fired. Ravitch had been ESPN's lead play-by-play announcer for baseball, called the Phillies-Mets games last night. ESPN bought the NFL Network in January, and just half a year later, ESPN has let go of Pelissero, a constant on that network. Analyst Cam Newton, who recently had signed a contract extension. Longtime SportsCenter anchor David Lloyd. Injury expert Stefania Bell, which I never really understood that. Talk show host Bart Scott and NFL Network analyst Charles Davis, no relation, were also laid off. Lloyd had been with ESPN since 97. Bell had been there for nearly 2 decades.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you this. I almost hate watching ESPN on weekends anymore, the Sports Center, because it used to be, fun sport. And now they're doing all this acting stuff and doing little skits and all this kind of crap. Is this really, are the ratings going down so bad that they're not making any money from advertisers and have to let these people go? Or are they changing the nature? Are they replacing them with people who are different thing?
They ain't replacing them.
They're not
replacing them. What they've done is they've taken on the NFL Network. It's a lot of money, and they've got people that can kind of do those jobs, and so they're cutting costs.
Yeah.
Here's their excuse to do it. And a related story, 2 of the last 4 on-air employees at ESPN and NFL Network, Mike Greenberg and Rich Eisen, have been awarded the state of Connecticut to divide up between them. Stephen A. Smith has been given Manhattan. Pat McAfee, the rest of the country.
Yeah.
And NFL legend J.J. Watt was on Pat's show today and asked him point blank, "Did everybody else get fired just to pay you?"
That's a great line. That's funny.
Brendan Lemieux, the son of NHL legend Claude Lemieux, told police his dad relapsed into sex addiction prior to dying by suicide.
Oh, no.
The police interview on body cam footage. Brendan told the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office in May, just after he discovered his dad's death at their family's home design business down in Lake Park, Florida. Long story short, my mom finds out that he's not sober anymore, and that's what triggered this tonight. When the cop asked about Claude's possible alcohol consumption, Brendan explained, "When I say sober, he has more issues with Well, his most sober thing is sex addiction versus alcohol. I don't even know if he's been drinking. Brendan said Claude had been sober for over a decade, but about a year ago, he and his mom suspected he might have backslid. Claude had been lashing out, not being nice to people, so my mom called him out, and long story short, she said, get out.
Oh, boy. Well, that's
60-year-old Claude Lemieux played for several teams during a 21-year NHL career, including New Jersey and Montreal, won 4 Stanley Cups, earned 1 Conn Smythe Trophy. Claude Lemieux.
Wow, that's tough.
Road rage is not just for breakfast anymore or America. American writer Brandon McNulty, the subject of a road rage incident before today's time trial at the Tour de France. McNulty confronted by an angry motorist who overtook him on his way to the start of stage 16. The driver of the car, furious, and stopped his vehicle after overtaking McNulty, who then collided his bike with the vehicle.
Oh, boy.
Driver is not affiliated with the race, and because McNulty is not a soccer player, he was not hurt.
Oh, well. my leg.
Mon Dieu. Newly crowned British Open champ Ryan Fox is not apologizing for playing fast. Perhaps the best illustration came during the most important moment of his golf life.
Yeah.
He had a 12-foot birdie putt to win the Open for his first major. Pressure as great as can be found in golf. The 39-year-old Fox took all of 22 seconds to send it on its way, saying, it's not that difficult to pick a shot and pick a club. I get in there and it all happens quick. It's always going to be between 1 or 2 clubs into a green. And I just see the shot quickly, pick a shot quickly, and the less time I have to think about it, the less bad stuff can creep in there.
It's true. I noticed that all day. Every time I saw this guy play, he steps up and he hits it. And that last putt, I thought, look at it, do something. But boom, boom. Yeah. It was unbelievable.
Fox was asked if anyone is quicker than he is, and he said, Renato Paratore of Italy, he used to hit while his name was getting announced on the first tee. People who shop at thrift stores are not only thrifty, they're smart and lucky too.
Yeah.
A Wilt Chamberlain warm-up jacket originally found in Portland, Oregon, Goodwill, sold for $89,000 plus at Sotheby's yesterday. In January, 19-year-old Quinn Brown raided a bargain bin. He thought he saw someone throw a Lakers thing into a bin. He had been buying vintage clothes. The best he had done is $250 he got on something.
Wow.
Well, the warm-up jacket says Chamberlain on the back, cost him $3. It's not only legitimate, it's a pretty significant piece of Chamberlain and Lakers memorabilia. It was likely used throughout the 71-72 season. It matched the 72 NBA Finals, his second title, and the Lakers' first championship in L.A. Chamberlain also won the Finals MVP, his first.
Wow.
Wilt Chamberlain. They found it in the bottom of a bin.
And it only went for, would you say, $50,000?
$89,600.
Yeah, still, I thought that'd be way up there for that. My goodness.
1975, and the Mets lost to the Astros at Shea Stadium. Joe Torre will become the first player in National League history to hit into 4 straight double plays, which sucked for the guy hitting in front of him, Felix Millan, who was trying to enjoy a 4-for-4 day with 4 straight singles and 4 straight at-bats. All right, a couple more things before I let you go here. Happy birthday, Erling Haaland. He's 26, Norwegian soccer striker.
No.
He's played for Red Bull Salzburg, Manchester City, Borussia Dortmund. Born in Leeds, England. And deaths, 1944 on this day, Heinz Brandt, German equestrian rider, won Olympic gold in the show jumping in Berlin in 1936, died in the Hitler assassination bombing attempt. He was 37.
Oh, my.
It was Brandt, when trying to get a better look at a map on the table, moved the briefcase containing the bomb designed to kill Hitler. Instead, Brandt inadvertently blocked the blast, blew his leg off, and he died the next day.
Oh, my God, what a story.
Yep.
Oh, my, holy cow. Wow, cool. Pete Davis. Cover Pete and Flounder. Look out. It's, what is this, Tuesday? It's hot and steamy and sunny.
Yes.
And we got Flounder's Funnies. We'll do some tweets here. We got stuff. And I got the video of the fat so-and-so. The fat, are they up? All right, look out. Here we go. Stand by.
Stream Atlanta's only conservative voice anywhere you go with the Extra 106.3 app. Now equipped with Apple CarPlay. That means you'll always have Extra's crystal clear HD stream right on your dashboard no matter where you are. Download the all-new Extra 106.3 app now and start streaming.
You know, all that money you put into your home, improving it and maintaining it and protecting it and so forth, and all those memories you built, and maybe your home deserves a little bit of an upgrade, and I got a special for you from Jeff, my buddy at Peach State Windows. Been working with, first time like 25-something years ago, and he's been doing things for Georgia homeowners literally for like 50 years. I'll tell you about a couple of specials. You want to jump on these babies. 8 double-hung vinyl replacement windows, especially designed to keep the heat and sunshine stuff reflected out. 8 double-hung vinyl replacement windows installed for $39.95. How about transforming your entryway with a fiberglass French door installed for $69.85? Both options, a lifetime warranty, 0% financing for 12 months. Peach State Windows, here's that number, 770-485-8011. Maybe your home has deserved an upgrade, and this is a great time to do it, because, before long, fall's going to be here, and then the weather changes, and people start visiting for all that kind of stuff. You know the deal. 770-485-8011, peachstatewindows.com.
America, Chuck, yeah. Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar is celebrating the red, white, and blues all summer long with our America 250 summer menu. We're talking Cyclone char-grilled oysters, Route 66 smash burgers, crab meat boardwalk fries, and USA-inspired cocktails. Raise a glass and cheers to 250 years of the US of A at Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar. Locally owned in downtown Alpharetta and Cumming, across from the collection. Find your location and details at theshuckandshack.com.
Babe, can you knock out my honey-do list today?
Oh, I know. I told you I'd get to it this weekend.
Hi, I'm Chris Lalomia, owner of the Trusted Toolbox. I can't fix your marriage, but I can fix your house. With our handyman for a day service, we'll handle those drywall patches, that door that won't latch, the leaky faucet, and the wood rot all around your house. The whole punch list, done fast, done right. You keep your weekend, she gets the house done. Everybody wins. Book your handyman for a day at thetrustedtoolbox.com. One call, one handyman, one day, the Trusted Toolbox.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military. And the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education, way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org, helping warriors navigate to success after service.
The walk-off home run, the buzzer beater, the photo finish. That feeling when everything lines up and you get what you need just when you need it. It feels unbelievable in sports, but when it comes to your finances, it makes you feel unstoppable. Visit Truist.com today to see how having the tools you need and a great team by your side can help you take your game to the next level. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
For generations, drivers across Atlanta have turned to Jim Ellis Chevrolet for a better car buying experience. Why?
Because at Jim Ellis Chevrolet, it's about more than selling vehicles. It's about taking care of their customers.
Whether you're searching for a rugged Silverado, a family-friendly Equinox, a sporty Blazer, or one of Chevrolet's innovative electric vehicles,
Jim Ellis Chevrolet offers the selection you're looking for with a professional, no-pressure environment where your time is respected and your needs come first.
Finding your next Chevy has never been easier with the Jim Ellis Expressway. You can shop online, value your trade, explore payment options, and save time at the dealership.
When you're ready to drive home in a new Chevrolet, trust the dealership that's been serving Atlanta drivers for decades. Visit JimEllisChevrolet.com or stop by Jim Ellis Chevrolet on Peachtree Boulevard, just inside the perimeter. Jim Ellis Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Jim Ellis, expect the best.
Well, we got it there, Flounder.
No more Tony Bennett. That's what matters.
No, that's for sure.
Thank you.
This is Phil Collins.
Phil
Genesis.
Collins. There you go. Was he with the group or on his own here?
I believe this is with Genesis.
Okay. I remember Phil Collins.
That's with Philip Bailey of Earth, Wind, and Fire, wasn't it?
I believe so. This was after, what's his name left? Who's the big guy in Genesis? Peter Gabriel.
Oh, Peter Gabriel. Well, yeah, a bit after. Yeah.
Probably did. Well, there you go. Well, Phil Collins. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how you doing? Our birthday list, a couple of sports things here, Pete Davis. Brandy Chastain is 58. Famous when she ripped her shirt off after scoring the winning goal in the 1999 Women's Soccer World Cup. Brandy Chastain is 58. And CC Sabathia, the baseball pitcher, retired 46 years old today. And one more.
Matt Hungarian. Al Roboski is born on this.
Oh, is that right? Is he still alive or is he no longer with us? I wonder.
Yeah, he's still around. Yeah.
Excellent. And one more, John Lovitz. John Lovitz is 69. Saturday Night Live. He was on Friends. He was on.
This is John Lovitz.
He was
Morgan Fairchild, of whom I've slept with.
And by the way, just for the record, I Googled. I grokked Grok because I couldn't remember whether it was Heather Locklear or whoever it was, and I said, "Who did John Lovitz pretend that he made love to?" Who was also the TV actress, and she said Victoria Jackson. Because he used to apparently pretend that he made love to Victoria Jackson, who was also that hot blonde on Saturday Night Live. But again, I don't remember that. But I remember I thought it was Heather Locklear, but it was Morgan Fairchild. Yeah, it was Morgan Fairchild. And by the way, I didn't know this either. John Lovitz, 69 today, created the character known as Artie Ziff, who was Marge's boyfriend on The Simpsons. Mm-hmm. And John Lovitz created that character. Made it up himself. Anyway,
he did a great cartoon called The Critic, which was making fun of films, and Ted Turner made fun of Ted Turner, made fun of films. It was a funny cartoon.
In fact, Lovitz is a funny. I remember the time when he was on Jerry Seinfeld, and he played a guy who had cancer, and Jerry bought him like a toupee or all kinds of medical stuff, and then it turns out he said, "I never had cancer. I was only faking it." And after Jerry spent all this money helping him to cure him for, I was pretty.
He was also on a Friends episode where he played a food reviewer who got stoned in a cab with Phoebe.
Yeah. John Lovitz, 69, pretty cool guy. Our history note is from 1865, Wild Bill Hickok. The first true Western showdown. Wild Bill Hickok shoots Dave Tutt dead in Springfield, Missouri in the Market Square. They called it a walk down. Happened only rarely in the American West. Confronting each other on this dusty street in a deadly game of quick draw, most began shooting each other in drunken brawls or spontaneous fights. Southern immigrants brought to the West a crude form of code duello, a formalized means of solving disputes between gentlemen with swords or guns that had origins in European chivalry. Well, the Western code required a man resort to a six-gun in defense of his honor or life, or if the opponent also only if he was armed. The best-known example of the Western duel occurred on this day. Wild Bill, eking out a living as a professional gambler, quarreled with a former Confederate soldier. Don't know exactly what caused it. Some say it was a card game fought over a woman. They agreed to a duel. Showdown took place. Crowds watching Hickok and Tutt confronted each other opposite sides of the town square. 75 yards away, Hickok shouted, "Don't come any closer, Dave." Dave nervously drew his revolver, fired a shot that went wild. Hickok remained cool, studied his revolver in his left hand, and shot him dead, a bullet through the chest. Hickok was acquitted of manslaughter charges, but here's the ending you'll all remember. 11 years later, this was again from 1865, 11 years later, Wild Bill Hickok was in the card game when a young gunslinger shot him in the back of the head while he was playing cards. The cards that Wild Bill Hickok was holding at the time, 2 pair of black aces and a black 8, forever known, aces and 8s, as the dead man's hand. Wild Bill Hickok, the first actual gunfighter duel, apparently. Is that just Jeff?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Just Jeff stepping in the studio to say howdy. I was like, he'll be in here, I think, tomorrow, right?
Yeah, he'll be running the board tomorrow for us.
Excellent. Flounder's going to be with us. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder today or tomorrow at the Shuckin' Shack. I try to get that right. In Alpharetta Main Street there, right near the town square. And it'll be fun to make kind of cool. Anyway, good to see you, and thank you for filling it again, too. I hold everything. Let's do this, Flounder. Let's play that cut of Jasmine, the hood rat, Texas congresswoman who's about to lose her job because she wanted to be the senator, thought she was going to win, and she lost the primary, so she's out. But Jasmine Crockett Help me get the sound here. Apparently, it needs some more publicity. So there was a hearing going on, I think, about the culture in America today with the Smithsonian Institute or something. And she's interviewing some guy in this hearing and somehow gets to bring race into the World Cup people who watch the television broadcast. Cut number 3, Jasmine Crockett bringing race into soccer.
The World Cup that captured the imaginations of the entire world when they saw all of these people of color that was playing for all these teams. And ultimately, if you recall, the last 2 teams, it was Argentina and Spain. And it seemed like the vast majority of the world was rooting for Argentina, or actually against Argentina, right? And why was that? Just give me an explanation if you could guess. If you'll just let them finish the answer.
Spain had the best team. Maybe that's why they were rooting for you.
There's also a racist history that exists as relates
Mr.
to
Byer,
Argentina.
you recognized it.
Yeah, the guy cut her off. There's also a racist history before she could even get into it. I mean, who thinks of such a thing like this? I mean, she lost. She's out. She's a nothing. She's a nobody. She's a funk. She's a first. Oh, sorry, I was doing the old thing.
I told you why she did it. Because Samuel L. Jackson started the ball rolling, and she wants to be part of that cool kids club.
You know, it's just the tangents these people are taking. And again, if you don't think, it isn't just, hard right Republicans thinking this kind of stuff. In fact, after our break, before we go today, I'll play once more time, Flounder. We're going to play the comments from Van Jones. Now, Van Jones, I'm pretty sure he used to work for Barack Hussein Putitat doing something with community organizing or something on his staff or whatever, screaming liberal. And he says even the Democrat Party, he doesn't even recognize it anymore. So we'll be talking about that. Also, the more socialists are admitting out loud what they want to do to change our culture by getting more immigrants into America and then electing them to office, which is why they, opened up the gates. Anyway, it's 5:45 already. Holy cow. Kimmer, Feet, and Flounder, 404-741-1230 on 106.3. How's your afternoon going so far here? Look out.
Every vote should count once and count right. Because trust in the process isn't optional, it's the law. And Extra 106.3 is proud to be Atlanta's conservative voice, bringing you the newsmakers and lawmakers that matter when it matters most. Listen live or stream us anywhere on the Extra 106.3 app.
Summer's winding down, but that doesn't mean the fun stops at Truist Park. Come see your Atlanta Braves July 30th through August 2nd as the Nationals come to town. Fans are invited to celebrate legend Andrew Jones on his induction into the National Baseball Hall of Fame on the 30th with his bobblehead giveaway presented by Curacao. Feel it for yourself. Plus an on-field presentation honoring his iconic career. Fans can then relive the magic of '96 as we celebrate 30 years since Atlanta lit the Olympic flame on the 31st. Join us for a night of music, memories, and hometown pride, followed by Friday night fireworks presented by Georgia Lottery after the game. The weekend fun continues on Saturday, August 1st with the pregame block party in the Battery Atlanta and the Braves Country's Got Talent search at the Georgia Power Pavilion. The National Series wraps up on Sunday as the first 3,000 kids will receive the Ice Cream Shorts giveaway. Visit Braves.com/promos to check out all the fun and purchase your tickets. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves Country.
The summer's got you thinking about hitting the road, and with back to school right around the corner, you need a vehicle built for the road and safe enough for the family. And Subaru of Gwinnett has it for you. Like the 2026 Subaru Outback, which will take you as far as you want to explore with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, plus up to 32 miles per gallon. And if you're up for adventure, it'll get you off the beaten path with up to 9.5 inches of ground clearance, more than the Honda CR-V or Toyota RAV4, or the 2026 Subaru Forester, the SUV for all you love. It's the right size SUV for all the adventures ahead, with a spacious and comfortable interior for everyone you want to bring along. And no matter where adventure takes you, it starts on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth with the amazing staff at Subaru of Gwinnett. They'll help you find the Subaru that you'll love and be there every step of the way for everything you need. Start your shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Here today with Evan Ward, host of North Georgia's Retirement Game Plan. And Evan, we're told to enjoy retirement, but frugal investors often worry about overspending and running out of money. So when it comes to your clients, how can you help ease some of those worries?
Well, it starts with income planning. And, here's one of the most common mistakes. It's almost every single person when we first meet with them, they have no income plan. Mm-hmm. They have a thought, they have a hope, they have hey, if we make enough money, we'll be able, hopefully, to make this money last, but there's no plan. And so we build comprehensive income plan that we know this is how we're exactly going to pay your bills in retirement. And more so because, look, retiring isn't about, well, I've got enough to survive. It's about enjoying life. You didn't work 30, 40 years of your life to get by in retirement. You did it to enjoy the things that you've always wanted to do. And so we're going to build a second component that covers that quality of life that every month, every year, regardless of what's happening with the market, regardless of what's happening in your life, this money's coming in like clockwork. And you never have to worry about it. You never have to stress about it. You're going to be able to keep the lights on and enjoy the kind of lifestyle that you're looking for.
The name of the show is North Georgia's Retirement Game Plan. And Evan, you say it all the time on the show, a play is not a plan. You've got to have that comprehensive game plan when it comes to your retirement.
You've got to. It's the only way to, one, make sure it's going to work, and two, make sure it's going to work efficiently.
If you'd like to schedule that complimentary retirement income review, call Evan Ward and his team with Atlas Retirement. That number is 678-736-7799. Again, it's 678-736-7799. Or you can always reach them at the website. It's atlasretirement.net. That's atlasretirement.net. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
Hey, Braves fans, Tom Glavin, and when my ride needs a wash, I head straight to Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Their friendly team and industry-leading technology give my car the ultimate shine every time. Experience an elite clean you can count on at Tidal Wave Auto Spa, the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves and my go-to car wash destination.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
Hey, what's up? It's Drake Baldwin here to talk about my personal Rookie of the Year, Superior Plumbing. They say you can't be Rookie of the Year more than once, but Superior has been proving themselves for over 40 years as the GOAT of plumbing. Whenever I need a leak repaired, toilet replaced, or water heater, I call Superior Plumbing, and you should too. They handle each job with care and honesty. For Superior, there's no job too small.
For Superior, the honest one, call 770-422-PLUM.
All right, I got now. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis and Flounder on 106.3. And our number is 404-741-1230. And again, tomorrow we'll be doing our show live at the Shuckin' Shack on Main Street in Alpharetta, right in the middle of downtown, right across from that little green parkway they have there in Alpharetta. And I'll be doing the show. If you want to stop by or say hi or whatever, I'd be happy to have you aboard. Let's see, a couple of things. Donald Trump says he's got key Iranian targets that he's going to bomb if need be. There were drones shot down near the U.S. consulate. And apparently, I don't know what's going on here. They had a hearing today in Congress. Oh, and by the way, in fact, it was a Senate committee about the money that the War Department wants to spend for the Iranian business. And again, every hearing from now on, as long as Donald Trump is president, anytime there's a hearing in Congress, it's going to be a joke. It's a dog and pony show. Today was Pete Hegseth and Raisin Cain, the general, and they were, they give their statements, and then the Democrats say, well, it's a dirty, rotten liar and insurrectionist white supremacist who hates America and destroying our democracy. Can you explain why nobody wants this war and why you're dirty, rotten? I mean, it's unbelievable. It's just political grandstanding. The Democrats make their hate speech, and then Hegseth has to say, remind them what the truth. I mean, it's pony. It's a nonsense. It makes no sense, and nothing's going to come of it. They could just have meetings with their staff and vote the way they're going to vote because nothing's going to change their mind. There's not one Democrat on any committee in Congress right now who's ever going to change their mind based on evidence they get at a hearing. Now, you think I'm wrong? I don't think it makes any difference. They don't want to know. They don't care. They already have made up their minds, and that's the ball game. It's just a dog and pony show. It's really a shame. I mean, and again, there's evidence of it today. They had little clips on the news a little while ago about Democrats just screaming and yelling and making accusations, and I don't know, just the freaking Democrats, man, a party of hate. In fact, I flounder. What the heck? Let's do it. Van Jones. A couple of quick cuts here. Van Jones, who, again, is a very, very far leftist. He's been an activist for a very long time. And now he says, his phone's been blowing up after he said these Democrats are a bunch of idiots. Let's play cut number one here. Van Jones on these idiot Democrats and the new policies.
I am tired of a set of people on the very far left in the Democratic Party. Ideas that are literally insane, nutty, moronic, dangerous, bigoted, are not progressive. They're regressive, and they should not be in our party.
Supporting Hamas is not progressive, he says. And he said he used to be part of what really used to be the Democrat Party. Cut number two, flounder, or Van Jones.
I've been waiting my whole life to see a youth movement do what it's doing. But it's being hijacked by people who are putting in nutty ideas supporting terrorists, nutty ideas saying that we don't need cops in prison. We can't deport anybody even if they rape somebody. Who said this? Chevalier. If we can't say right from wrong, if we can't say good from bad, if we can't separate progressive ideas from regressive ideas, I am a progressive Democrat. You want to talk about prison reform? I've done it as well as anybody, Republican Democrats in the South with Trump. I've done prison reform. I never said have no prisons. Where are you going to put the Klan? I've done police reform. I never said no police. Where are you going to put the pedophiles? Who's going to grab the pedophiles? This stuff is going too far.
And that woman, Chevalier, by the way, in New York, she has come out publicly and said very clearly that the Minnesota child rapist who was deported by President Trump's administration, she said it was more of a crime to deport that father than it was for him to be the child rapist that he did with that little girl when she was 10.
I mean, that's just evil. That's not stupid. That's evil. That she thinks child rape is not as bad as deporting the child rapist.
She's a communist. She won. The Chevalier chick, she's going to win that congressional seat, and this is the way they think. It's okay of that culture to commit that kind of a cultural crime
to rape children
in our country. Now it's okay in our country. This is a movement. She's going to be in Congress. She's going to be a congresswoman, and this is what she believes. And in fact, the other one who won in Colorado, she ousted a guy who had been in Congress for 30 years. This woman had born in Ethiopia, is a PhD student, Milat Kiros. She got fired from her temporary job at a law office because she said Israel has no right to exist. She's a part of this Democrat socialist, which is really communist. And she said the only way that we can keep doing this is by having more migrants come into America and have immigrants come into our country and run for office and be elected. And she needs an end of Western colonialism. I mean, they're saying it out loud.
Where is that?
Yeah.
It's like Van Jones talking about where we're going to put the Klan.
Yeah.
Is the Klan really that big of a problem anymore?
No, that was ridiculous. I don't know why you put that up. I mean, that's, we elected a black guy
reform
twice.
in the South.
Yeah.
So they don't need prison reform anywhere else.
Yeah, I know. And again, ironically, the Southern Poverty Law Center, of course, one of the worst examples of a leftist organization helping, spur racism in America by paying the Klan off to cover house riots.
Yeah, where are we going to put them in prison?
These people are freaking crazy, I swear to God. Anyway, we got a Flounders Funny coming up.
Wait a second.
Yeah. What do you got?
You had an hour and a half to do 2 stories, and you did well.
I got the dating tailbreaker.
You did Van Jones 3 times.
They had to hear it.
Said.
I've got the media networks. I've got the single women. We'll do these tomorrow. I promise. Also,
we'll be on site. You're gonna be all over the place tomorrow.
I know, but I'm taking these stories with me.
Those will be your 3 stories.
In fact, this will be a good thing for Bryce because the morning show's trying to set him up with his hot babe,
a hot date,
and he better get his own place.
How do we know she's hot?
Well, that's what they said. I don't know. I haven't seen her. But the smart one said she's a dish. So I'll take him at his word. I have no idea. But anyway, we'll do this tomorrow. Our Flounder's Funny.
There's a snake rhyme. There's these 2 snakes. They look the same. They have the same colors, but they're arranged differently. And one of them is venomous. So to tell them apart, they have this rhyme. Red touches black, friend of Jack. Red touches yellow, kills a fellow. Kills a fellow? Fellows aren't supposed to be killed. Fellows are in like barbershop quartets. It's for he's a jolly good fellow, not he got murdered by a snake. Here's a better snake rhyme. No snakes. If you're out there in the woods and you see a snake, don't stand still and recite poetry, because somewhere between kills a fellow and friend of Jack, you're going to get what snake experts call bit. It's not. Snakes are horrible. They're terrible. Did you know this? If you cut a snake's head off, it can still bite you for up to 4 hours. Yeah. That is true. And it's the same for clowns. Like, no, listen. No. If you see a clown head rolling around, you stay away. Like you just, you don't know. It might be a garter clown, but there's no rhyme. It's not like if his nose is red, you're dead. It's not.
And that's a very funny
Mr. Greg Warren.
There you go. We were talking about if it's brown bear, if it's brown, lie down. If it's black, attack, and if it's white, you're dead. Whatever.
In South America, those stripes is backwards. It's the other way.
Oh, there you go. All right, Pete Davis, Kipper, and the Flounder, and the boys tomorrow live at the Shuck and Shack. In the meantime, Christine, send me home, baby. I gotta go. You're killing me. Look out.
Streaming across Georgia on the Extra 106.3 app. This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.